What is going on, everybody? We are back. It is Thursday night. This is Toss One Back Thursday, and it's 2 weeks since our last show because I was not here. I was out of town. I was up in NJ, back in the old stomping grounds of New Jersey, and kind of good to be back. It's been a while since that week just flew through, but I am ready to get back and drink and talk some beer. And my boy Todd in the house as well. How's it going, my friend?
Doing all right.
Yeah. So I guess we got
those weeks always fly by when you're off, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially on the last of the days, it starts to really pick up momentum. So as you get ready for going back to the office. Well, actually, I don't have to go to the office. I go to the office virtually because I don't have to leave the house for it. But it is getting back into the workflow tomorrow, and can't say I'm fully looking forward to it. It's like Office Space. Heard you've been missing a lot of work, Peter. Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing it.
Really, technically. Yes.
So, yeah, but can only imagine how many emails I might have in there. Luckily, nobody left me any voicemails. That rarely ever happens. People actually, they actually listened to the message and didn't leave me any voicemails, it looks like. Or they're all waiting to pile up on me tomorrow when I get back. So, see.
That was the thing I hated about my old job was take vacation, come back, you got all those emails you got to catch up on. And then half the time you didn't know if anybody even did anything with with customers and stuff, like having issues.
Yeah.
They called, they take care of it. There was never any follow-up emails. You could never tell. I was like, okay, this thing's a week old. What do I need to do here? That was always the worst.
Yeah, it's like, did things get done when I was gone or, what happened? But yeah, so hopefully nothing was on fire. And if it was, well, I wasn't here, so it's not my fault. So, And shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Chad in the house. What is going on? What is brewing there? We're going to drink a few beers here. I'm going to crack open. And these will actually be beers I was going to drink that I was going to do reviews on. But I realized I got so many beers here that I just want to drink some sometimes and talk about them and not do a full-fledged review. So we're going to go ahead and do it that way.
I was like, still do some semi-review in this, form.
Yeah. So kind of semi, like you said there, and share some of that stuff. Yep. Who doesn't like a quickie once in a while, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Got Blake in the house. Cheers, Blake. And Gilbert's in the house. Cheers, my man. Chad drinking Galaxy Pulp Daddy. Ooh, is that a juicy IPA, hazy IPA with that pulp mentioned?
Sounds like it.
Cheers, Eric and Chad from Blake. And back to Blake. James in the house.
What's up, James?
Hi, y'all. Cheers, James. And Chad, live reviews here. Yeah, once in a while I'll do live reviews, but rarely do them during the course of the show. But, may switch some things up so that I have that in play as well here. But how was your week since the last time I saw you?
I was good. It's been good. I'm busy. Staying pretty steady at work, so I guess it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Hit miss, but outside of that, it's been good. Right? Nothing exciting going on. Southern Indiana. That's for damn sure.
Nothing but the corn in the fields.
That's right. Yes. But outside of that's been going good. No vacation. I got actually a couple days coming up, so I won't get here soon enough. But then it'll be gone too quick, as always.
Yeah, that's what tends to always happen. So, but thinking I might be able to get that Asheville trip maybe put together later this year. We'll have to see. So, I didn't realize Asheville had I think it's like 7 different lakes around there or something. So,
what does?
Asheville, like around that area, they have different lakes and everything. I didn't realize that.
I wasn't sure what you said there for a minute.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know they had that many lakes around there either.
Yeah. So some pretty cool sites there as well. But let me see here. Gilbert's run into any Jersey Devils during the trip, son? Well, there's only one Jersey Devil, but unless you're talking about the hockey team, but wasn't near the Poconos or anything like that to run into the Jersey Devil. The Jersey Devil legend, I don't know how long that goes back, but it's kind of like that whole Sasquatch Bigfoot type thing. So as kids, you always hear about that and you tell tales around the campfire when you're camping up there about the Jersey Devil. There's even videos and stuff done and people that supposedly have seen the Jersey Devil before. So one of those legends of New Jersey. What's happening, Bart? Cheers,
What's up,
my
Bart?
friend. Good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, so I had the pleasure to meet Bart when I was back in New Jersey. He came down to
Oh,
my
cool.
buddy Scott's brewery, Spellbound, and we had a beer there. A great conversation. Great guy.
Nice.
He actually gave me a few beers to actually bring back as well to take a look at, which they are in the cooler, Bart. I didn't do a video about those as of yet, but he gave me the Pabst. What we do the Pabst Blue Ribbon hard. I think it's hard or extra, whatever it is. It's the higher ABV one, and then he gave one of the Valentine ones to try, and then another one as well. So some interesting beers to check out. Of course, if you guys saw the other stuff like on Instagram or Twitter, and I don't know if I posted. I might have posted on the community page here. I did bring back like 19 beers from New Jersey, so they all fit nicely into the the check-on bag. No issues. All came back good. Mainly cans, but I had some bottles in there too. Had the whole case secured, everything. It was just pretty much beer in it, and nice. So it was like 40 pounds or whatever, which is already taken care of as part of the price. So didn't have to ship it. So it was kind of good, and picked it up. No problems. Delta. Always fly Delta, pretty much, unless I can't. You know I ain't American. You know I ain't flying American.
That's what I was wondering, did you dare? Did you dare?
You know I don't fly American, so my mom asked about, why do y'all fly American? Because American's the Philly hub, and it's like more direct. We had to fly to Atlanta and then up to New Jersey to Philly, and I'm like, I'm fucking with American because they always cancel stuff. I mean, unless you're Spirit, there's not many people worse than American out there that I can see. So
what do you think of your buddy's brewery?
It was actually pretty nice. So it's they're about to have their 7-year anniversary this year.
Oh, 7 years! Wow.
Yeah, it's more of a industrial type feel to the brewery. It's in an industrial park. It still has that kind of that newness of a brewery, not like kind of the stuff that we see here or some of the higher level type stuff. But it was comfortable, relaxing. You're like almost like a garage. Luckily, we were there on the day when the heat was breaking, and Bart can attest to this. Because when I went up there for most of the week, it was feeling anywhere between 95 to 110 based on where you were at and with the heat factor and all that stuff. So the day we were there, it was like more around low to mid 80s or so. So it wasn't as bad. They had the fans going in the inside part of the brewery because they didn't have AC there. So it actually worked out fine along those points. But it's decent. I mean, there's different rules for New Jersey, as I was talking with him about and stuff, compared to what we can do here and how they have to operate and how they can't advertise like having like food or a food truck type thing because they don't want the competition up there, I guess, with the restaurants and the bars against the brewers. There's like a lot of red tape on stuff they can do, which kind of sucks for them along those lines. But
so they don't have food or food trucks then?
They don't. They can do some stuff with them, but they're limited. Like they can have, I think he told me like he can have like a food truck there, like up to 52 times a year. So basically one night a weekend, each weekend. Like they couldn't do it like every night. Like we have food trucks that are permanent fixtures for the most part for some of our breweries, or they're there 2 or 3 times a week. Up there is totally different. They can't advertise like some of the different stuff that we see here, like for specials or all kinds of things. It's just weird. It's the laws. Each state controls alcohol laws. In New Jersey, they are pretty much sticklers. One thing I did notice about a lot of the breweries, it was more like we're open like 4 to 8, maybe 4 to 9, versus here where we get a lot of them going to about 11. They might open up like a 12 now. Shortage of people has caused some to shift their hours, but usually you'll find a lot more open later. I think maybe on a Saturday, the breweries can go to like an 11. I think I've seen some, but we have some that go to 12, or I don't know if we have any go to 1. That might just be some of the bars and stuff that are kind of like that brewery, like Rock Bottom or Yard House or something. But
we're thinking most of ours now are midnight.
Yeah, but like when you guys go to Perpetual Hops, they're definitely open later there than any of the breweries that will be up that I saw in New Jersey.
At least midnight. Sometimes they do a little later on the weekends. It kind of depends on the band they have and the crowd. If there's a lot of people, but usually midnight for the most part. Yeah,
so it's weird talking about the different states and what they have to go through, and there's stuff they can do in Pennsylvania, which is right across from where we were at in New Jersey, to advertising the food and serving food and all kinds of things to where they can't do it. So you go 20 miles across the river, you can do all kinds of other stuff. So it's just kind of weird. But each state controls that, and you're at the whim of those in power in your state government. But it was good though. It was good. Me and my buddy Scott gave me a little tour around stuff. I do have some stuff there that I'll share, kind of an overview piece of what the brewery looks like inside. I haven't put together yet since I've been back. Okay. And then Bart came up and he joined us, and we had like a few beers. And my buddy Scott, I hadn't seen him since we graduated the class of '87. So last time I would have saw him was back in '87. So once I graduated, I pretty much went off to college and didn't really look back. But so yeah, it was like 34 years since we saw it. So we caught up, and we, as you usually do, you start having stories about when you guys were back in the day and the things you used to do, and stuff you used to get in trouble in school and all kinds of things. We talked about all the fun and whatever happened to this person, whatever happened to that person. So we kind of said that reminiscent type period and stuff, but it was cool. It was great. He actually gave me 3 beers to check out as well that I'll share here on the channel. And I had a few of the beers there as well that were pretty good. So Spellbound, they're doing a pretty good job. They had I think they had 3 medals from Great American Beer Fest. So they're making some good quality beer there. Bart, he enjoyed what he had, I believe, as well, and said he would definitely come back out there again. And nice little spot.
What do they specialize in anything, any style, or they kind of just across the board? You can get multiple styles.
They have some.
You go to breweries, they lean towards IPAs or towards sours or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I would say they don't. I don't think they specialize in anything offhand. Now, the beers he gave me, all 3 were part of a sour series they're messing with that's about to come out. And then the other ones that I had there, I think I had a couple of the pale ales, and then I had another one that I'm trying to think. I didn't think I had it might have been a stout that I had there. I think it was a stout, the first one I had. But the one thing I noticed about New Jersey in general is definitely a lot of IPAs. I mean, anywhere you go, you can have a good amount, but there wasn't as many stouts that I saw on hand or brown ales and other things. Again, we're kind of spoiled in the region we're in because we get a lot of different flavors coming through. It wasn't like there was any Rouse beers or Schwartz beers or, anything that really jumped out as much from the usual. And that's their market dictates. Apparently, up in New Jersey, a lot of people still really that IPA type feel, and that's kind of guiding what some of the breweries are putting out. But
I feel like that would be the norm, I guess, because it does seem like you start getting like Massachusetts and that type areas seems to be more IPA-ish.
Yeah.
But Trillium, Treehouse, and all those types of breweries up in that area, seem to specialize in IPAs, I guess.
Yeah, we talked about though. You can definitely, because he agreed, like he likes to try different stuff. He was telling me, and you can get that fatigue of having too many of the IPAs. That too much is on that palate. But it's something we go through. So people are trying to make them come out all differently. So it's not the same thing you're drinking every time. Although, it is for like 95% of it. Someone just flips a switch here and there for the most part and kind of gives it something different. But you can still get that fatigue taking place. We got Vanessa in the house. Vanessa says hello. Cheers, Vanessa. James, I got married twice. Once at the courthouse and once in Maine. Very nice. So you're back from Maine now. I know last time before we left, you were talking about going up there doing the wedding thing. So awesome. Chad said it is a hazy New England IPA 8% by Greater Good Brewery. Well, there you go. Very nice. Bart said Jersey Devil can't mess with Rod. Bart knows all about the Jersey Devil. And Perfectly Meat Crafts, welcome. Cheers. Good to see you here. And if you guys don't know Perfectly Meat Crafts, make sure to check her out. She's actually one of the newer beer YouTubers here. And we were talking about getting her up here to do like a spotlight on her stuff that she's doing. So stay tuned for that. But check her out if you have not seen her on her channel as of yet. We got Wayne in the house as well. What's good, Rod and Todd? Welcome back, guys. Cheers. Good to see you as well, Wayne. Of course, Wayne is also doing some great stuff. Wayne's doing a lot of different things. He's got the Instagram rolling as well now. So make sure to check out Wayne and all the good stuff that he has going there. Hello, chat. Cheers to y'all. Hi, Wayne. Blake, brother, how are you? Hello, Mallory. There you go. And we drove to Boston. I can't fly on a plane anymore. Really? You had a little bit of a drive. What was the time going from Chicago to Boston in the car? Gotta take the car to Boston. Drinking on the Rodenbach Classic and La Clermont, 12-year single malt, son. I think he's always going to the vault and pulling out good stuff. That's Eric Gilbert right there. On the other hand, driving to Boston is insane. You know, EB was kind of feeling the same way when he went up there too, him and Erie. Me, actually, going back to New Jersey, it was like nice that people were actually moving on there, although it did kind of freak you out at some point when you didn't drive there as much lately because it's been years since I've been back. And, you know, I'm going like 75, 80, and I'm getting passed up like in this zone, in the zone where it's like the speed limit is 70, and I'm going 80, and they're swinging by me. So, yeah, it's had to get used to that again. But it was just nice you didn't have anybody like backing up traffic in the left lane. Like this, like you don't see all the cars behind you. Like, why are you over here? Like, stay in your lane. Literally, stay in your lane. Stay to the right.
That is true. I've noticed that trend with traveling in different states, like New York, some in New Jersey. It's like once you're in there, you just get used to it.
Yeah, you get right into that.
You come back home, and you're like, God, why is everybody driving so slow? Like, we're going 75. Yeah, but it's slow. What are you doing?
Let me see here. What's my buddy's brewery known for? Any certain type of style or beer? I don't know if they have like a certain type of style as we were just talking about. I would say I can't remember the ones they won for the Great American Beer Fest, but I think it's on their website, which is Spellbound. I think it's spellbound.com or spellboundbrewing.com for the ones that won out of Great American Beer Fest. I can tell you the ones I've had, they've all been pretty decent. In fact, one that I had again last week that I had done previously a review on, we were out to dinner, and it was their Belgian Cherry Triple, which was good. Belgian Ale with cherry triple. So I think it was like 8.3%, I believe. And it was nice. It's smooth, has a great feel to it. And I don't know if that might have been one that may have won out there because I think it was a specialty beer they did, but it's one that's been pretty much a crowd favorite with them. Yeah. Yeah, LL, right? You driving to Boston and park. You drive to Boston and you park.
Park in your car.
That AR is tough on them in Boston. You park your car. What are you doing? Park your car. There is a PBR Extra 6.5. So that's what I brought back there from Bart, who wanted me to check out what I thought of it as well as the Valentine. And the other one, I'm trying to think what it is. I can't remember offhand, but got them all downstairs. What's up, Big Daddy? In the house. Running crazy. Sending beers to you guys when I get back from Tampa. Cheers. Hey, whenever you do, that's fine. No rush. But hopefully you're having a blast down in Tampa if you're down there already. I mean, if you're in Tampa, I don't even know why you're talking to us right now because Tampa's a fun town. You got a lot of stuff you can do there. Go take a ride over to St. Pete. St. Pete is lit as well. So, actually, I like that part of the Florida. I said if I had to go to Florida, Tampa, St. Pete, or Miami Beach. Clearwater's not bad. You can get up to Clearwater from Tampa rather easily, too.
Yeah, I just make kind of that little try.
Oh, yeah, Clearwater and Sarasota and all that. Yeah. But Miami, you go to Miami, you better bring some dollars because that's definitely New York at the south there. You'll spend some dollars on there, but you'll have a great time too. Yeah, listen, no happy hours in Mass. Like some states can't do like happy hours, and I think one of the bar rescues he was somewhere where they couldn't do it. It might have been Massachusetts for one of the bars he was at.
We can't do them here
in Indiana.
Mm-mm.
For bars or restaurants or anything.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
If they do the price, it has to be all day long. Can't just be from happy hours 4 to 6 or whatever, 6 to 8 or whatever.
Can they do happy hours like with food though? Because I think some places you can do it on food and maybe not alcohol.
Yeah, they'll have like certain days. Yeah, you can do certain food, on like certain days appetizers are this price or whatever. But
yeah,
or certain times of the day, like wing places you can maybe get like 80-cent wings or something certain days or whatever, but
yeah,
for whatever reason, one of those silly laws, you can't do alcohol unless it's changed, but I don't think it has.
Yeah,
if it has, I don't know anybody that does it, so I'm assuming it's still the same.
Yeah, we can do happy hour here, and in Ohio you can do it with no problem, but Even when I was in New Jersey, some places did have happy hours there as well. So again, it's these weird little things that each state has that makes them different.
I mean, literally just drive across the river and we're, do happy hour over there if we wanted to. But
yeah. And then Wayne's drinking Boon Creek Blonde Ale from Appalachian Mountain Brewing in Boone, North Carolina. Nice beer. Nice. Have not heard of that one.
I have not either.
Yeah. But you cracked something open. What did you crack open there?
I did. So I was going to ask you this. I thought I'd wait till we got on the air. So I stopped at a liquor store yesterday on my way home from work. So in Louisville, it's kind of on my way. Well, it can be on my way home if I decide to go that highway instead of the one I normally take. So I swung by there because it's on the way going that way. So I walked in and did not know, because I haven't been in a liquor store over in Louisville for a little while. Did not know you can pick up Southern Grist beers there now.
Oh.
Did you know this?
I do think we can get Southern Grist in Northern Kentucky now, I believe.
Okay.
I think it just happened like in the last month or two.
I was going to say, it hasn't been fairly recent then. So this is one of the 4-packs I picked up. I haven't had this one. First
and
one.
That is the Imperial Cherry Mango Peach.
Yeah. Sour ale.
Ah.
I think it's 7.3%.
There you go.
Says Imperial Sour Ale brewed with lactose, sweet cherry, mango, and peach. But I tell you what, though, they're out of Nashville, and they're one of the breweries. Every time we go to Tennessee, I always try to find, and I couldn't find a place that sold them anywhere except for the last time we went down. I actually found a little place that did sell them.
Yeah,
and it's like I couldn't hardly find them or Bearded Iris, which you can get in Kentucky and have been able to for a while. So I thought it was kind of odd, but again, like you said, it's kind of one of those distribution things and state things.
Yeah.
I walked in there yesterday and they had like 6 different beers, and I was like, "Holy shit! When did they start?" I didn't even know you could get those. I've been seeking for them for a year now. Every time I go to Tennessee, like shit, and I just go 2 miles from my work and pick them up. They do some really good sours. If you see them anytime when you're out at Depths or wherever,
right?
Pick some up. They're not the cheapest beer around. I will say that.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff popping up close to your work now.
Yeah. No.
So what do you think of it thus far?
Oh, it's good. There's the color on it. Good. Not overly sour. It's a good sour. Let you know it's a sour, not too in your face sour. Definitely get some of the cherry coming through, and definitely peach on the back end. Kind of like the the schnapps in a sense, kind of on the back end. Get some of that peach schnapps feel to it. And then I don't know about the mango, maybe somewhere in the middle. Definitely cherry up front, and peach finishes it off. You kind of get a little bit of that creaminess from the lactose for sure. It's a good beer. I like it. Yeah, it's not. So people that aren't a sour fan probably would maybe like this one because it's not overly sour for sure. I think a lot of times when you get into the sours, they can be overly done, and it's almost like, ooh. I know sometimes I've gotten some from Upland here in Indiana, and they're like, God, they're almost like those Warheads. You ever had those Warhead candies?
I've had those. I want the Warhead beer though, but I've not been able to get that yet. So
yeah, no, I haven't had that one either. But anyway, that Upland beer was almost all the flavors I had from them. You couldn't even tell them a difference because they were so sour. You couldn't really even taste the flavors of them because they were just so like in your face. It was like, I don't know. I mean, they weren't bad, but it was just like couldn't drink very much of it. This one here, man, you could drink this one. This is good.
Yeah, you can definitely get some that go over the top, so to speak. So
very happy to stumble across that one.
I would definitely give that one a go.
Actually, I'll probably put that in rotation to stops because, like I said a couple weeks ago, the liquor store I normally hit, not too far from our house, the guy I used to high school with, his family sold the business, so it's owned by. So basically, the 2 or 3 liquor stores in our part of town, they're all owned by the same guy.
Oh, okay. We've got a place here like that where someone has they have like 3 or 4 different spots where they run different things.
I think he owns like 7 total. I'm not sure what the other ones are or where they're at, but he now has 3 of them. And they were basically, well, 2 of them are the same. They just have 2 locations, and the other one is in the other county, which was one of my other stops that always hit too. But now he owns them all, so he's a good guy. I've met him a few times. Shared a little taster of bourbon with him one day when I was on lunch at work.
There you go.
I worked at another place because the liquor store is just right down the street from there. He's like, "Oh, here, try some of this. We picked our own barrels," and he's like an Indian dude, but he's super nice. He's like, "Here, try some." I was like, "Okay." Here, have another one. I'm like, no, I wouldn't do it. I'm on my lunch break. I gotta go back to work. And he's like, oh, okay.
Not bad.
They bought no barrel and they bottled and had their name on the bottle and everything. Is can't remember if it was Woodford or something like that. I forgot what it was now.
Hell, if it would have been Woodford, I'd be like, I'm gonna be out the rest of the day. I'm sick, and I've sat here drinking bourbon.
It was good. I was like, oh man, like when I buy a bottle, I'm like, not today, but I'll be back.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, buy the bottle now. Yeah. Big Daddy said he's sipping on a Fat Bear. You already know. I've heard good stuff about them as well. Vanessa Gatorade, so she's refueling right now, replenishing. Barcel, yeah, brutal heat. But yeah, it was a crazy week, like the hottest week we came up there. So it was back here. They were having a little bit of a heat wave as well, I guess, too. Phase 3 Brewery Double Dry Hop Mosaic Cream. That sounds interesting. That sounds to be a nice one as well.
Heard of Phase 3.
Thrash said, cheers, Rod and Todd. Cheers, homie. Y'all know Thrash Life. Check him out, especially if you're a fan of horses, where he brings up horses that they've taken in to get back. I would say back on the trail now. It's like a Western or something. Get the horses back on the trail. Appreciate that. Smash that like button, of course. Single malt and single hop that like button. But I actually am going to crack open this one here. And this is one I was going to do a review on, but I just didn't get around to it. I said, well, I'll just go and drink it tonight and everything. But it is from Left Hand Brewing Company. And it is the Moscow Mule. And I'll pull it up here so people can see it. Here's a look here. I always enjoy some of the beers from Left Hand. Ginger and Lime Pale Ale. Supposedly tasting like a Moscow Mule. So we'll see how this one actually goes down here as well. Comes in with an ABV of 5.5%, 26 IBUs, crisp and effervescent with a refreshing burst of lime and spicy ginger kick. Now, I would tell you, I don't know if I've ever actually drank a Moscow Mule. I know they go into the little metal cups when they serve them at the bars and things like that, but I've never gotten into trying them. I know they were pretty popular for a while too.
I had one time. It was okay. It wasn't. I remember it being a lot of ginger.
Yeah. There's a pour. You always want to get a nice head on there so you can release those aromas, that flavor, and of course that gas so you're not too bloated. A little bit, well, I would say a little shadowy. It's not really hazy or anything, but you can kind of see through to the other side. But it's got a little bit of that shadowiness to it. Not get as much off the nose. A little bit of a citrus type feel, a little of that lime. You do have that little bit of a lime and kind of like a lime and salt type feel to the nose. Yeah, definitely more of a, for me, kind of a Mexican type feel. And I say that thinking, having this, I feel like it's more of a, towards a Mexican, even though it says ginger and lime pale ale, I feel it's almost more like one of the Mexican lagers.
Could probably see that.
Good bitterness on the tongue. Good amount of mouth coating. I can see you enjoying this with some tacos, burritos, carne asada. Got a nice little sinking feeling into the cheek area as well. But that little bit of that lime is there. Again, a little bit of that salt type feel. Almost like when you have like one of the Mexican lagers, you have that lime on the glass as well. It's kind of what you're picking up here. That salt type feel almost plays nicely with the salinity as if you were like having a gozer or something like that, but not as much of it there, but just enough to get onto the tip of the tongue to give it a nice extra effect. It's really not bad. I just don't envision it as a Moscow Mule. I have to try a Moscow Mule to see. That ginger is pretty light in here. You know, they say ginger and lime. You never know how much they're actually putting in on anything, but it's there, but it's very, very, very subtle.
I feel like that'd be one of those flavor profiles that you either really love or you're just kind of like, eh. Not bad, but not, you know, just kind of just okay. As
our friends say in the UK, it's definitely very quaffable, as you can see, because I'm almost done this glass already.
Yeah,
it goes down really easy. I mean, this is an easy drinker. I mean, you could have this as a lawnmower type beer as well. Get done cutting the grass, and you want to sit back and relax. You could easily pop one of these in with no problem.
So, the beer whisperer always says, goes down like a Tijuana hooker.
Yeah. That is one of his copywritten lines, yeah. No, but if you're a fan of like some of the Mexican style lagers like that and everything, even though it does say that pale ale on here, this is very, very close taste wise to that. And I wouldn't let that be a turnoff. I would definitely give it a shot.
Not to see, I don't know that I've seen that one.
And Left Hand always does some pretty good stuff anyway. So yeah, that was almost going, folks. That's how good it's going down right now. So
yeah, that's kind of one of the breweries I feel like you kind of just don't think about. You know what I mean? Like they're decent. Like I don't know why, I just don't ever really pick much up from them for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I get a lot of their nitro type stuff, so this is a little bit different.
Yeah, we do see a lot of the nitro stuff too.
Chad said, if Halloween right around the corner, what's your favorite candy or beer related? Favorite candy? Come on, son. Reese's. Anything with Reese's on it is automatic. Being a kid, trading peanut butter cups, that carried a good $1 back in the day. So you get those little single cups. You got to give up a couple more pieces. You got to give up like 3 or 4 Jolly Ranchers if you want the peanut butter cup. I mean,
yeah, you got
to make it work for it. It could be like 3 or 4 Starbursts. You know, you can't just get one-on-one with that. Yeah. But Reese's is probably my favorite candy. Well, now they're all different, all this different stuff they're doing. But the peanut butter cups back in the day growing up was probably my favorite one to get. Behind that, it was kind of like maybe like the little mini Snickers would be something that we used to get in Halloween. Twizzlers were all right, but Twizzlers was kind of like, I don't know. I could only do them for a bit of time. If I had only like a couple seconds, maybe Bazooka Joe, because you couldn't really go much longer with Bazooka Joe.
Knock your teeth out, Bazooka Joe.
You remember the old Fruit Stripe gum with the zebra?
Oh, yeah.
That was another one that you only go like 10 seconds and you're done with it. Like, where'd the flavor go?
It was kind of like Juicy Fruit.
I would say Juicy Fruit would outlast. I think it was the same company, but I thought Juicy Fruit would outlast Fruit Stripe. But the Fruit Stripe had all different colors and flavors to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you still get Juicy Fruit, but I was just saying, like, once you pop it in, about 2 minutes later, you're like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
The flavor's gone.
I would tell you what candy I don't like, which I don't know why they still serve it, but I guess because some people do like it. It's candy corn. Never was a candy corn kid. And at Easter, I was never a Peeps kid either.
I mean, it's just marshmallows, but there's not good marshmallows.
But I like marshmallows, but Peeps, I couldn't do the Peeps.
No, they're kind of stale marshmallows.
Yeah. As far as beer related, I mean, around Halloween, I'm more into pumpkin beer type feel at that point. So, which people are already down in the pumpkin beers. People are drinking the Sam Adams and Southern Tier and All these
Yeah,
other ones that are already out, it's like, man, it's so early. It's so early. I'm
they're in
just not
full
feeling it yet.
force.
Yeah. Oktoberfest beers are out now, though, too, which I still feel it's a little early for those, but I would go Oktoberfest right now more than pumpkin, I think. So, because
Yeah,
I haven't picked up any yet for this year, but they are out there now.
I haven't either for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I even let's see, what was the beer when we was at that beer fest a couple weeks ago? I guess it's been 2 weeks ago now. God, what was the brewery? I forgot who it was now. They already had a pumpkin beer out. And I said, I really want to get that one, but because of the time of the year it is, I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, Mantry brought theirs out as well. They brought back the one they haven't done
pumpkin or
for like
whatever.
3 years. He had a great pumpkin, so which is a decent one too. I did a review on that back when they brought it out years back, and they hadn't been out, so I haven't, obviously had a chance to drink anymore. But it's a decent one, and it looks like Oktoberfest right now is still planned for Cincinnati, so it's going to be Thursday, September 16th through Sunday, September 19th.
Ooh.
So if you decide you guys want to come up for that,
Let's see. I'm off the 2nd, 3rd. Is coming up. I'm off the 2nd and 3rd of September. So is that 4th, 5th, 6th is the Labor Day. I'm off that day. So let's see, the 4th. What day did you say that was?
16th through the 19th. 16th to Thursday.
11th. So, I'm just thinking out loud. I was trying to think of when Shannon's schedule would be. So she'd be off that weekend.
Oh, there you go.
The next weekend she'd be off after the few days I'm off. Because she's off that weekend too, so she should be off. So it'd be the 2nd, 3rd, 4th will be that Saturday. So yeah, 18th. Yeah, so it'd be 18th, 19th. She'd be off those 17th, 18th, 19th. She'd be off on those days.
Well, there you go. Well, those are the dates, and I believe last I saw, Germany was not having the Oktoberfest this year. Let's see, changed anything? Maybe they changed. Oh, yeah, it's the next date canceled. So 2022, early October. So that means we're going to have the largest Oktoberfest in the world.
Nice.
If things hold true. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to go out and stuff with everything happening, or if things change. But usually we're second, like with like almost over. We do usually get over 500,000 in for that few days. So if this is the case, it could be the one to go to. Then again, if COVID's in the air, it might not be the one to go to.
Not be,
so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not sure that we'll come for that reason, because it's kind of starting to lean towards back of being on the fence on.
Yeah, I mean, right now, unless Mike DeWine cancels it, it's still in play. But we just had Garth Brooks just canceled his concert here because of COVID stuff. I think he canceled in 2 or 3 other locations. I don't know if he was planning to go to Indianapolis as well, because usually they go and they make that little circuit coming through. But they canceled it here because of the COVID type stuff and trying not to have any big events where it could be an issue and stuff. So,
don't they have a big one Saturday at the Reds game coming up?
They might. I haven't seen anything yet on it.
Like 4 or 5 different
at
groups.
the Reds game. I haven't heard anything on that one. Oh, they got they have the Black Family Reunion, I think, this weekend. So there might be something going on there. There might be like a hip hop concert.
I thought they said, because I was listening to the Reds game on the radio the other day while I was at work, and I thought they were advertising it for Saturday after the game, is what I thought they said. I know they've done that before in the past, where they have concerts like after the baseball game or whatever.
Yeah, that might be still taking place. I saw that the Jazz Fest got canceled in New Orleans for this year as well, which is a huge draw for them. I mean, that sets up some of those businesses for the year. That's how big it is down there. Sawyer Point. I'm trying to see if they have anything on here. More events. It would be this weekend because the 20th through the 23rd. It probably is a concert or something. I don't know if it's all local acts that are doing it, maybe, though.
No, it was.
Or was it like major label?
I want to say it was like Tone Loc, and I mean, some like older people. I want to say like Tone Loc was one of them, because who else? Because they were talking about, their announcers were talking about it. They were talking about some of the songs.
Maybe.
No, because they were talking about Funky Cole Medina or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I forgot who else was part of it. But they named off like 3 or 4 different groups.
I don't see anything online here as of yet, but
yes,
I may have to be looking in the right spot.
If you hear anything about it or not.
No, just getting back, I haven't seen anything too much about that, but I saw that
I'm gonna go to the Reds website. Maybe they.
I know Garth had canceled. That was big news this week, and then sure other things are being looked at. They had a lot of people down for the Foo Fighters. That opened up the new concert arena we have here. Saturday, I love the 90s post-game concert. So let me see here. 6:40. So that's at the Reds ballpark, I guess. Let's see who we got here. As I mentioned. Yeah, I'm trying to see if it has anybody listed. It says read more at MLB.com. Why don't I read more about the concert over there? Your computer, pull it up here. I love the 90s. Scheduled to appear. Vanilla Ice. Ding, 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 ding.
There you go.
Naughty by Nature.
Naughty by Nature, yeah, that was one of them.
Tone Loc. Rob Bass. There is no Easy Rock because he's dead. So
yeah,
it's just Rob Bass.
Yeah, they mentioned Rob Bass too. Yeah, they did mention that one.
I mean, not your big major hitters.
Mm-mm.
They kind of just. I mean, they're definitely more. It's more the pop rap hitters there. I mean, except for like Naughty by Nature.
I was gonna say, yeah,
wasn't really for the pop charts, but Vanilla Ice, Tone Loc. Tone Loc actually had other stuff, but he could never get it released by the label. And he hated that he only got to do like the stuff that he did with Wild Thing and Funky Cole Medina. Like he had other stuff he wanted to tell because he was out of California and LA. But now we want to keep you in this image and blah, blah, blah. So Rob Bass, I mean, he had Joy and he had It Takes Two, but really past that, nothing really else. Fill box package, $16. View level package is only $38, so that's not terrible, I guess. I mean, from the view level, you'll see them, but you're definitely going to be back a ways. You can get the VIP package for $275. Meet and greet with Vanilla Ice. Official concert poster signed by all 4 artists. Infill box ticket for the game. And Ohio Lottery field pass for the concert with the priority line for entering the field. So, meet and greet with Vanilla Ice.
Not sure I'd want to spend $275.
If you had a meet and greet with Vanilla Ice, what would you say? What would you say when you met Vanilla Ice?
Let's kick it. I don't know what I'd say to him. I'd ask him if he's building any more houses.
That's actually pretty good, though. Let's kick it.
So you doing any home renovations lately?
I'm like, look, it's looking nice over there. Where?
Would you call him Vanilla Ice? Would you call him Rob?
Well, I mean, he's performing as Vanilla Ice, but I mean, I guess I don't know. Unless he said call him Rob or something, I don't know. He didn't want to be Vanilla Ice a few years back, but I guess he found out he needed more money, so Vanilla Ice tended to work.
Yeah, okay,
funny when you start going a little. You start going a little kind of broke, and it's like, hey, maybe I'll go back to Vanilla Ice. Yeah. Oh, let me see here. But I said hello to Blake. Jane said, I have to go on a bit of a beer diet, only weekly social drinking for a while, but tonight I'm drinking a Dovetail Fest beer. Very nice. Yeah, you gotta be moderation at points, although I need to take a little bit of a break at some point, I guess. But going to vacation, I think the last night I didn't drink a beer might have been. Well, let's see. I flew to New Jersey last Wednesday, I believe. And I had a beer at the airport, at least, not to mention everything else. So, I mean, every day since last Wednesday. So, probably take a break here at some point.
I saw you check in on one while he's at the airport. I was like, dang, Rod's getting his drink on early this morning.
Oh, yesterday, like 6 in the morning? I mean, 6:10. Can't drink all day if you don't start early. But yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it's funny because I got there and it was like, they're open. I'll go get a beer so I can relax for the plane. I'm like, you guys open? Because there's nobody really there. It's 2 people. Oh, yeah, we're open. They usually open like at 6 in the morning, or I guess at the airport or stuff. But going out there in Cincinnati, nothing was open on time. So it was like everything was like opening up later. So I figured I'll have a beer now. That way when I get back, I'll be nice and easy to drive and stuff. So. James said we have friends in Ithaca, New York, where my wife is from, so we stopped there on the way to New England. Nice, yeah. Ithaca beer company, first craft beer. It really got me back into craft beer with the flower power. Bart did enjoy the pale ale at Spellbound, so yeah, that's what he had there, which is pretty decent. I had one of their IPAs as well, which is pretty good. We're doing a good job. We'll be shifting over to Clearwater. Any good spots? I mean, if you're going to Clearwater, there's definitely spots over there for the bars and stuff. There's also a lot of naughty spots. So that's kind of the seedy side of Florida. I've realized too at some points, like if you're in Tampa or if you're in Clearwater, for some reason, those guys try to rival for the massage capital of the state or whatever. It's like, what is going? It's like massage strip club, liquor store, massage strip club. But I haven't been.
That's probably where Robert Kraft was going to, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was down in Florida getting his little rub and tug. Was it a Tom Brady fumblerooski on it? But I haven't been down to Florida since 20. I want to say it wasn't 2010. It might have been since then, but last time I was out there, it might have been on the other side though. Who cares about happy hour in New England? We have all this great seafood. You do have a lot of great seafood in New England for sure, but having great alcohol to go along with it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Candy corn, everyone's favorite. Who are these everyone you speak of, Vanessa? Halloween as a kid, let's just examine it. I've never had one friend that was wanting to say, I hope I get loaded up on candy corn. I knew no one that said that.
No.
Yeah, and it wasn't like when someone said, "What'd you get at that house?" and they say candy corn. Every kid ran to that house.
I kind of raveled those candies in the black and the orange wrappers.
Oh yeah, those were bad too. And those little fake, I don't know if they were thin wafer type things. They weren't sweet tarts. They weren't. It was like some thin, like Norelco or something. It was called. It was like they were terrible. So yeah, I never heard of a rush there. I mean. That candy corn is, because it's candy, is probably a little bit higher than when they gave you those little pennies in the bag or the penny rolls or whatever. Like, you just give me pennies. Like, you give people, like, yeah, you can spend on your own candy and there's penny candy, but, you're supposed to get the candy and save me the trouble having to go to the store.
I never said mine either. Mine is the flip of yours. I'd say Snickers and then Reese's.
And then Reese's? Snickers? Yeah, Snickers are good. I mean, you still got peanut butter in there, so yeah. Let's see, is it sour cherries? Oh, you're asking about that? I've never got sour cherries like on Halloween. They think about the candy apples, but those are the worst things too, because someone give you an apple or a candied apple, regardless. If it was an apple, your parents had to go home and inspect the damn thing, right? So most of you didn't want to deal with it. It's like
razor blades or anything.
Yeah, because we had some sickos in society. Well, back in the day, but probably still some that are out there. Phase 3 solid brewery, James says. What's everyone's favorite IPA? I don't really have like a favorite IPA. I mean, I just drink all the different ones. I can't think of anything offhand. I would say is my, I guess, favorite.
It has so many styles and variants. It's really hard to just pinpoint one.
Yeah, that's always a tough thing for beer, like your favorite or stuff like that. But
it'd almost be easier to say go back to sort of the old style.
Yeah.
IPAs.
And plus, if it's with IPAs and any type of beer, if you're into like with craft, a lot of times it's your local scene that might have some of your better stuff. Like, James mentioned Dovetail. And I've had some Dovetail now from my buddy Dave that sent it to me from Beer in Front. if you don't have Dovetail, you wouldn't know how good something may be there, right? So if I said favorite IPA, probably my favorite would be the Galaxy High from Mad Tree, which is a double IPA. But not that many people are going to have that beer. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why it's always funny when I see these lists. Oh, the top 10
That's a good
IPAs in the world. It's like, really? Have you had every beer in the world to say these are the top 10? Because chances are there's a local spot you haven't been to that's probably got a great one too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. But Galaxy IPA is definitely good. I do like that one.
That is a good one. You know what I almost picked up yesterday? I saw tag on it was the liquor barn. Was it
Liquor Barn?
No, it wasn't Liquor Barn.
Total Wine?
Party Mart, I think was the name of it.
I haven't heard that one. Okay.
Mad Tree, they had a beer that they couldn't figure out. I looked at the label. So they had 3 different bottles. They were wasn't the 6, was the 15 whatever ounce bottle. A little bit bigger than your 12 ounce, but
Okay.
not like a bomber style. You know, the small.
Like the 16.9?
Yeah, whatever that
Yeah.
is. Well, they had 3 different labels on it with different names, but they're Mad Tree brewed them for them in cahoots with the liquor store. So they had 3 different names on the bottles, but I couldn't tell if they were the same beer or not because they didn't say anything different on there. They were just a barrel-aged stout, basically all it said.
Wasn't
like any variants of it or anything.
It did say Tree Search on it, did it? Because that's one of their IPA lines they've been experimenting with local businesses.
Let's see. Okay, so here's one of them was called The Beast. It says barrel to bottle, enjoy a collaboration of beer and bourbon barrel, Mad Tree, and Liquor Barn. So it was a Liquor Barn.
So they may have made it for Liquor Barn then.
We've hand selected some Kentucky's finest bourbon barrels, filled them with smooth dark stout, and aged them for nine long months, resulting in rare beer, rich of tasting. Discover each, enjoy all. But they had 3 different ones, and I just pulled one up because I just to look on Untapped while I was there because I'd never heard of it. So, and this one doesn't have an ABV or an IBU or anything listed for it, but there's only been like 4 check-ins. I should have. Let's see. So here was one. This is on Untapped. So this is like one of the labels for one of them. I don't know if you've ever seen anything or heard about it or not.
I have not seen those as of yet. So that's something new they're doing.
So they had,
it's probably something done for Liquor Barn.
But they were $13.99 for a bottle, which wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But I think it had the ABV on there, and I want to say it was like 12%, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. But I didn't know if all 3 of them were the same, but they just called them something different, or if there was something different with them. I just felt like there was 3 different labels, and that was
you probably have to read. You have to read them all side by side to see if there's any differences there.
3 different labels, yeah.
Yeah, because usually it'll be the same one from a cost perspective. They usually do only one label for something.
I know that's what.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any variances to them. You know, it wasn't like a vanilla or cinnamon or anything. You know, which you might see. Hang on it.
Oh.
Come in, so I just get the dogs going.
Yeah.
But anyway, they only had 6 total, so 2 of each kind. I should have picked one up just to have, and almost did. I picked it and carried it around, and I put it back. I was like, I don't know. I might swing back by there after work and get one.
Yeah, I would definitely. If you want to check it out.
Especially, like I said, I think it was only like $12.99, which isn't terrible.
Yeah.
For a barrel-aged stout. Especially Mad Tree. That interests me more than anything because it was Mad Trees.
Yeah, Rhine Guys has some stuff in bottles like that now too. It's like usually $10 or $11.99 and stuff. So there's some breweries experimenting with that for sure. Kind of, I guess, taking a page out of the Bourbon County book. So, which was kind of funny that I found a couple Bourbon County beers up in New Jersey when I was there. So
it's weird that they had to, because it wasn't a Liquor Barn.
You said, what about Liquor Barn?
It wasn't. The liquor store wasn't a Liquor Barn.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe they might be under them. Depths is under Liquor Barn.
The Liquor Barns are the big like warehouse type liquor store.
Yeah, right? But like they're buying stores. Depths is under Liquor Barn now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, maybe that's okay. That might be what
Yeah.
it was because it did used to be called something else.
Yeah, when I get an email from Debs now, it has Liquor Barn on it as well, since they're under
Okay, so
now.
that's probably now that you said that is probably what happened.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is I think, well, the one guy I knew, he was there for a while. He left. And I think the new guy that started working as a beer buyer, I don't know if he's still there or not, but I think with Liquor Barn, they're kind of handling it now. So it's like almost kind of sucks there because the local guys have more give it more of a local touch. We still get local beers that come through there, but I feel like they're getting picked by somebody else that might not be a part of it. So of the local scene. Could be wrong, but that's just kind of some stuff I noticed there. Their beer selection has kind of went down a little bit, so it's kind of like guess needs to have more space for beer in here. James said, "Love left hand. Left hand is solid. They are solid." Jenna Arsdor by Sketchbook Brewing, or maybe Vallejo by Half Acre Beer Company. Nice.
Half Acre is good.
Yeah. The problem with me, I've drank like so many thousands of beers now. It's kind of hard to just say what's the best. Like. So much just registers through. Hey, Peggy, what's going on?
What's up, Mom?
We got Mama Ren in the house. Like easy drinking beer. Me too. Makes it just nice to have a nice, easy drinking beer. James says hi to Peggy. Perfectly says, Evil Twins, once you label IPA, you negate IPAs. My current favorite for IPAs. Evil Twin, that is always so solid. It's hard to actually... not enjoy what they're doing. There's some stuff they go a little too far, but for the most part, they're usually pretty solid.
Oh, you know what I did pick up too while I was there yesterday?
What's that?
The Double Two-Hearted.
I got to get that this week. I should have went yesterday or today to get some. This weekend I need to pick it up. So,
and I was like, yes, I think I will.
Before it's all gone again, because it went quick last time I was here. But see if I can find it. Yeah, I got back. That's when they came back from vacation, and then we noticed last night that apparently I think our fridge motherboard has to get changed out. So I have to get an appliance guy coming out tomorrow to take a look at it. It's like, great, come back from vacation, and it's still cool, but it's not cold. It's not making ice in the freezer. And you hear the clicking in the back, and I went online and researched everything, and it said that could be using the motherboard's going out. And with GE, you have to buy the whole motherboard, which the parts usually I think like around $130 or something. Obviously, a guy could have come in and install it and stuff probably if they can get it, but it's like, geez, come back from vacation. Guess what? Something else you got to take care of at the house.
I feel like that always happens when you're gone for like a week,
right?
Like you always come back to some sort of catastrophe or some shit show of some sort.
It only happens when you're like feeling good or something like that, or like one of the stories I was reading, like it happened to a guy like Friday night, like 2 a.m. Saturday 2 a.m. in the morning. Oh, this went out in the fridge. Great, like. Can't get anything until tomorrow or something, right?
Yeah.
So you're worried about the food you got in there and all that kind of stuff. So checked everything, and everything is still cool enough thus far. But it's just like, geez, just trying to catch a little bit of a break,
Right.
But we have something checked on the stove anyway. So I'm like, well, if they come out for that, I'll call them in the morning and say, you look at the stove while you're here too, see if you can. One of our burners, it was shorting out or something where it's not working right. So I don't really cook that much where I need all 4 burners, but since they're there, might as well have a look at that too. But house issues, there's always something going on with the house. It's just like sometimes I think, is it better to just rent? But then nowadays people are getting gouged when they're renting places, and you don't have anything at the end of the day for it. At least for the house, you have equity and stuff.
Yeah, that is the bad part.
Which the house market is crazy right now compared to where the house is valued at now compared to when we got it. So it's like, I almost want to sell it just to take the money out of it. But then it's like, can't find anywhere else to go because everybody's like overpaying.
That's exactly what I told Shannon. I was like, God, if we could make what the neighbors sold their house, because it's the exact same like floor plan as ours, but just like flipped the other way around. I was like, if we could get that, which we probably could have got more out of it than what they got for theirs.
Yeah.
It's like, I would totally sell it tomorrow. Then I was like, but shit, then we got to buy something that's probably.
It's like, where do you go? Like, everybody's like, yeah. So that's the life of a homeowner.
Yeah.
Peggy said hi to James as well. Beer going nicely during the heat wave. Indeed. What's up, Jamie? Cheers. And hey, Vanessa and Reese's dark chocolate bomb. Yeah, dark chocolate, but I like the Reese's Pieces in the Reese's. I like those as well. Where they put the little pieces in the Reese's, and the white chocolate I also enjoy. You just can't go wrong when somebody hands you something with Reese's on. I'm with Seth on the commercials when Seth does the Reese's commercials. It's like, it's just Reese's. I mean, can't go wrong with it.
Oh, we picked up the. I assume it's new because I haven't seen it before. The new Oreo.
What's the new Oreo?
Hang on, I'll tell you what it is because I ain't grab a beer anyway.
Hang
I can
it up.
still hear you. Let me check.
See, to come back with a pumpkin Oreo.
Oh no, Java chip.
Oh, that's been out for a little bit of time.
Oh, has it? Okay,
Yeah.
paying attention, I guess.
I wasn't as huge on that flavor though.
Do I?
I wasn't as huge on that flavor of the Java.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I need for them to bring out the. I don't need them to bring it back out. But that damn donut one, I still kind of miss that with the frosted. That one was really
all together.
Yeah, that was. Sometimes I have flashbacks to that Oreo.
Those are ones I should just get them when they come out. I don't know why, because I really like Oreos. I don't know why
Yeah.
I don't always get the variants with it. And my daughter actually wanted that one. She's like, oh, because she's kind of likes the Java mocha flavor type things.
Yeah.
I don't think she's eating them very much, but she's the one that wanted it. So I was like, all right, yeah, and I'm gonna try the variants of the Oreo. It's okay, like you said, it's probably not my favorite, but
Yeah, it does all right though. James said, "I'll pass on the pumpkin beer and no cinnamon either." So you can skip pumpkin season on the beers. Yeah, mixed candy corn and dry roasted peanuts is all you can eat every day. Goes great with beer too. I guess.
Big Daddy, I tried to say that a couple weeks or a month or so ago. Nobody was like, "What are you talking about?" Peanuts. It's like payday.
Why would you? Why? Yeah, I mean, if that's the flavors that come out of it, I guess you can do it. But yeah, although I was never a huge payday person either for candy bars.
So I picked this one up yesterday too while I was there.
Yeah, what do you got there that you're actually
This
pouring
is
in?
Highwire.
Oh yeah.
It's their 8th anniversary ale. Triple high pitch IPA, Imperial Pale Ale with Mosaic, Centennial, Columbus, Cryo, and
Zythos.
I
don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd seen it too.
Cryo is quickly becoming a hops that brewers are definitely using more of. I'm seeing.
I mean, this one's for the lightweight guys for sure. I mean, it's only 12.5%, so you know.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
a little tipper.
Is what I'm saying.
Another tipper. Tipper will be a style at some point, which is triple IPA. More breweries are pouring stuff in that direction.
I mean, Highwire, pretty much everything they make it right now at this point is really good.
Yeah, you can't really find too much fault with Highwire. It's another solid brewery, and that, my friends, another solid beer.
I can actually get them in Indiana now, but I happened to be there and I saw it. I was like, I haven't seen this one, so. But it could be different, maybe from state to state and distribution, and the styles even. I guess I assume. I don't know how that works. But
yeah. Well, the beer I just poured is the sticking with left hand. To all the left hands in the world, raise your hand. Peanut butter milk stout. This one, 6.2% ABV, 25 IBUs. Another one I had there, I was like, I need to drink this at some point. So what better day than today? Rich milk chocolate notes team up with peanut buttery perfection for a deliciously dark duo. Now you got the peanut butter cups there as well. So I'm expecting it to taste like a peanut butter cup and not just some of that fake peanut butter. No, I haven't had this one yet.
I'm curious to see what you think then.
Head went down from 2 finger to about half a finger. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Woo! Smells like a peanut butter cup, folks. Nice richness. Getting the chocolate, getting the peanut butter. Nice nutty feel to it. Oh, let's dig into this son of a bitch. Definitely get the peanut butter in the taste. Chocolate takes a back seat. Does have some artificialness coming through, though. Not as much of a mouth coating that I would have expected. Getting some last-in flavor coming in after the swallow. But it's got a little bit of a, to me, stale type quality there as well. Another swig. Get some tongue prickling. It's got a little bit of a weirdness in the taste and the initial feel of it. I'm trying to put my finger on it.
I wonder if it's just in the. How old is that can? Is it very old?
No, it's still good through September 19th.
Okay.
But it's got a little bit of a. It's almost like a fruit type thing in the initial taste, but then it goes away. Like a little bit of off type feel.
So it's interesting because usually that's what I get in peanut butter beers. I always get excited for them. Then I'm like, this tastes so artificial. But I didn't feel like I got that one out of this one. For me.
It just dies down. I can't think of what that is, but it's almost like a type of fruitiness, like I'm saying. It's kind of almost a sweetness there, biting into some type of fruit, but then it goes. I'm not expecting to have that in there with this one. This one does not live up to it for me. After just praising Left Hand on the other one, this one's more of a letdown. Yeah, this is good through September 19th, 2021.
Sad, I thought you, yeah, see, that's what I was wondering. I wonder, because the one I had, I had a 4-pack or 4-pack, I think it was.
I mean, it's a milk stout.
I thought it was pretty good for peanut butter style, in my opinion.
Just feels a little weird, a little bit of a funky type feel to it. I mean, it's not one of my top favorite peanut butter ones for sure. I mean, that might be even one of the worst ones I've had.
Dang. See, I'm on the other side of the fence on that one then.
I mean, it's not like it's a drain pour, so I'll still finish anything and everything. But that initial whatever that is taste that I'm picking up in there, it's a little bit of a turnoff for me. But it goes away really quick and then it settles in. But I would expect it more the peanut butter and chocolate to come through. Now on the nose, it smells just like a peanut butter cup. It's the taste that it gets, and it is thin as well. Again, it's only what did I say, 6'2". So it's got that thinness, not overly anything in type of watery type effect, but you do feel a little bit of a wateriness with it. Yeah, it's it's one of those for me right now. So that's kind of how I got that one.
That's disappointing. I will tell you though, if you can see this 8-year anniversary beer, get one.
Let me see here. Oh yeah, for that one, the hot one. Yeah,
that was good.
That's 12 and a half, right?
Yeah. And I'm telling you what, it would be it's sneaky. You don't feel no alcohol at all in it. Get the nice hoppy, citrusy, tangerine. It's just good. It's just a good IPA. It's really good. Yeah, if you can find it.
I'll definitely look for it for sure.
I look for it.
As if I need more beer in the house, right? So yeah. But the thing with beer, you got to get them when you can get them. So try a pumpkin beer, not the ones that taste like pumpkin pie, the straight up pumpkin ones. And throw in a shot of Fireball. It's called a Headless Horseman. Oh, I did not know that. So there's a drink idea, people, from Imperfectly. That's why you should be checking out her channel as well. And she says if you do a shot of vanilla vodka instead, it's an Ichabod Crane. So you can throw that into the pumpkin beer.
There you
Just
go.
pumpkin. But you said not one that tastes like pumpkin pie. I wonder how it would be if the ones that taste like pumpkin pie.
If it tastes like pumpkin pie?
You don't want the ones that taste like pumpkin pie, she said. Just pumpkin. More maybe the artificial pumpkin type ones. Maybe like a Sam Adams pumpkin or something. Because I don't think theirs tastes like pumpkin pie, to me at least. Like if I get a warlock, if I take a warlock will have a pumpkin pie type feel. Or that crust.
I think a lot of them do, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, there's so many I guess are kind of that, just the pumpkins in it, but it's not pumpkin pie. You know, you do like the warlock, you get like a little bit of a nutmeg type feel. You get a little bit of a crust type feel with it, I think. Pumpkin, you get a feel of a pumpkin pie, like the filling as well.
Ooh, what if you do them both together?
The pumpkin and the warlock?
Like
I thought we've done that before. I thought we did something that was.
Eric did a video on that one time.
Didn't we do one too, though? I thought Joe talked us into doing something sometime, but maybe not. That would be something to do. I mean, we could do that. Me and Dean did the West Mail double and triple together for their trip trap, so we could do like a warlock and a pumpkin together.
There you go. We could do that coming up here before. Whenever, we got time, so.
Oh yeah, when it's really pumpkin season.
Right. I'll go ahead and pick some up though if you want to do that. We could do that. Like do like one side by side and then mix the two together.
Yeah. Chad said, Rod, ever think of taking your live YouTube show to live on stage like a comedian? I have not thought of anything like that before. How would that work? Like doing the show like on stage? Like I don't know if I could be funny enough to be a comedian, though. I got a couple friends that are comedians, and it's some hard work they got to put into it. Of course, nowadays, being a comedian, you say just the wrong joke in your career. It's like all crazy.
Yeah. Pretty much over.
Chad, Ninja versus Unicorn, something, Hot Butcher. Brickstone Revolution, all great. Yeah. Talking about some of the top ones
Ninja
out
versus
there.
Unicorn is really good.
Yeah. I haven't had that one before. That's an MC Hammer, anyone. MC Hammer should be on that 90s, you know.
I know that would be like perfect for sure.
You can have a Veracruz with Tone Loc and who's the one that did Bust a Move? They were similar. Young MC and Tone Loc have a little Veracruz battle. Just bust
Wasn't he
the
related to Tone Loc or something?
I don't know. I mean, it could have been. I mean, they were very similar. I thought.
I feel like he was.
Or maybe he was the DJ for Tone Loc. Maybe.
I don't know. Young MC. I feel like he was related to somebody.
These bands and roadies are getting the Rona from groupies. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely could happen. I would ask Vanilla Ice how it was like being hung out there from a window by his ankle son, right? So Gilbert got the Suge Knight reference then.
Those ankles. That would be hilarious. If you imagine the look on his face if he actually said something like that to him.
Suge Knight's here. What?
Like, get your phones ready. You're about ready to go down right now. About to happen. About to go viral.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? I know we all getting lit tonight, he says. What's happening, Skip? Remember, it is a school night, so not too lit. James said, I love Flower Power. Yeah, Flower Power was the one that got me looking into craft beer more. But yeah, I was speaking too before I forget.
Ithaca or something?
Yeah, that was Ithaca. We were talking about Ithaca earlier up in New York. But Flower Power was the one that got me on the journey. And I got to give a shout out to my homeboy, Alex, the beer master, who also got a chance to meet up there. Don't want to forget to mention him. And we got the chance to finally meet over at Dr. Brew Little's, which is a great little brewery up there in New Jersey. Maple Shade. Actually, it's around the corner about half a mile from where I went to middle school at for a year.
Oh, nice.
Great people.
I was
Got
gonna
to say,
ask you where you guys were at. I watched some of that video, but I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember where you was at.
yeah. So that was Dr. Brew Littles, and great people there that were working and hung out with us for some. Had one of the lead brewer actually sit down with us for a little bit of time. Got to sample some other beers that just came out. I didn't get a chance to get any of that because they just came out this past few days. Some releases, had some good stuff, and off to a good start there as well. And if you saw that video, right next to them was this place called Maritz, which is like this little restaurant. Oh, you get a sandwich next door. Okay, go get a sandwich. Oh, I haven't had a chicken parm in a while. Get a chicken parm. The chicken parm, and they're like, oh, you want fries with it? I'm thinking, oh, sure, why not? I'm thinking I'm going to get like a little sandwich. And the chicken parm was like they give you like the little takeout things, little takeout holder, good size, The whole thing was taken up by the chicken parm. They gave me the fries in a separate thing. This thing was a monster of a sandwich. And that just was just part of the stuff. New Jersey, like, I don't think anywhere we really went, we could finish anything. Like, to the diners, went to the diner. My wife got like the senior type, it looked like the senior type meal, whatever, like kind of a sample. She couldn't, they give you like, she ordered, what was this? It was like hamburger, but it was like the chop steak they call, but it's really like a hamburger type thing with some other stuff. Yeah.
Like
she couldn't even half of it. I was like, how big is that piece of meat? She held it up, and it was like freaking Fred Flintstone burger. It was like crazy how much they gave to you on that. The spaghetti and meatballs at the Italian places, way better than La Rosa's. Anything we can get around here. It's just like huge meatballs. There's mom and pop places. Went to Wawa a few times. Cheesesteaks, hoagies, all kinds of stuff.
I was gonna ask you earlier if you went to your
get your. Yeah, I was definitely feeling a little heavier on the way back than when I got there for sure. But my wife's like, man, I didn't realize all this food was up here that we really weren't getting before because a lot of times you go like chain type things, it's all the same. But you go to the mom and pop place up there where you got like the Italian restaurants and everything else, the diners. I mean, the diner was just like crazy, like what they give you like on these places. I mean, you think about diners, how they were initially kind of started. I mean, a lot of times the diners were on the highways because a lot of truckers would stop to eat there. So a lot of your truckers were bigger type guys for the most part. So you probably have bigger portions, but everybody else goes to diners now, but they kept the portion sizes, it seems.
What about how was the prices?
Crazy as far as respectable. I mean, I ended up getting like this chicken parmesan and fries for like $11 or whatever.
Oh, geez. Especially if you got that much food.
I spent less on the chicken parmesan and fries than if I went to Jersey Mike's here.
Right.
Yeah. And just got the sandwich. Just got one of the sandwiches. The diner stuff was crazy. Even when we ordered for Wawa, we got like a couple sandwiches, and then because it was like a convenience store set up, some drinks, some chips, whatever. And my wife was like, "Wait a minute, it's only like $18." I'm like, "Yeah, it's crazy." So it was like, in New Jersey, things aren't always cheap there, but food wise, got good value and stuff for sure.
So did you get any of the beers? Doesn't Wawa's have like their own beer or something?
Funniest things. I went to Wawa to try to find it. Like, we don't serve beer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, because I'm like, and I was like, I'm just used to being in convenience stores in our area. We can get beer there. And they're like, yeah, people come in there all the time when they're visiting, like ask about beer. Like, oh, we don't serve beers in the convenience stores. You have to go to the liquor stores or wherever to get it actually picked up. So I went to one of the stores where I made a beer ride. I was like, do you guys sell the Wawa beer? And they're like, no, we never got the Wawa beer. And I'm like, really? It's like, we hear stories about it, but we never got
nobody.
It. Like, who the hell is selling the Wawa beer? Every mile and a half in New Jersey, you got a Wawa. And nobody has the Wawa beer. So it's like the Jersey Devil. People know about it. They just don't know where to find it.
Can't see it.
So that one eluded me like the Jersey Devil. So, yeah. Our friend Double D, he's got his daughter's brought him some before. So it's somewhere out there. Just wasn't where I thought it'd be in New Jersey.
It's like a 4-leaf clover.
Yeah.
I'd be lucky to find it.
It's like, you guys are screwing with me. Oh, let's see here. We sold our Florida property and don't plan to go back before most of the panhandle was reclaimed by the sea. Yeah, but Florida was always that state that's supposed to be under alert too because of them being below sea level and some of the rise of the ocean and stuff. So But Florida right now has got so much stuff going on. I'm not really looking to visit. I know we talked about that as a possible vacation later this year. I'm like, not really feeling Florida as much right now.
Yeah.
Go down to Carolina Beach or something. Go to South Carolina. I can see EB and I can see Erie. We do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Favorite to me means best local, right? There you go. That can work. We got so many good local spots, though. Got away from beer for quite some time, and Funky Belgian Saison got me back in. The DuPont Christmas Saison. Very nice. And Bonjour is that DuPont Ale. Oh, shit. A blast from the past. John Sharon in the house. What is going on, John? Good to see you, my friend. Cheers,
What's up,
buddy.
John? It's also his birthday today.
Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. Did you guys run into each other, by the way? I think you guys went to the same beer festival. Yeah, I think you guys, John had pictures and stuff, too, when he was there. So, yeah, good to see you, and happy birthday to you. Tomorrow's Erie's birthday, but I don't know if she's here. I know we were playing Call of Duty earlier, but happy birthday to Erie as well. Got Gavin in the house. Cheers. Hello, ladies and gents. Hope all's doing your end. Everything's going good. Welcome, Gavin. Good to have you, my friend. Just kind of kicking it back and enjoying this Thursday as we're up and rolling again. Stout kind of beers have that thing. Yeah. Well, I mean, not like this one was a little bit different on it. It was kind of like I said, it was a weird, funky, fruity type note or something. Like I don't get that on other peanut butter beers or some of the other stouts as much, but it had to be something in the mix and what they put together with that one. Maybe the Moscow Mule affected the flavor of the peanut butter stout. I mean, they're two different glasses, but I didn't rinse in between or anything with water to kind of clean the palate. But usually I don't have a problem there at all. It's almost, I got now, as I took the last drop, it's almost like a banana type note that I'm getting, which banana in a stout is not usually a good thing. But it said it's still good out till 9/19, so I don't know. But banana with the chocolate and peanut, like a chocolate cover type thing in there or something. Say thin 3 times, fast and Paul shows up. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. Paul's got a thing with thinness and stouts. Have you tried Buckfast and beer and Tenant Super? I have not seen those out there. Where are they actually located from? Bart says, John Sharon, I miss your beer reviews, sir. Yeah, John had great stuff when he was doing his channel. I miss John not doing it as well.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. John Smith's and Boddington's too. Now, Boddington's, yes, and John Smith's I've also had. And those are some pretty good beers as well. Have not had those in a while, but it's funny. Boddington's is one. We have some of our pub type places here, and Boddington's is always on tap. So sometimes I have a Boddington's when I go there for like a meal or something. Post Road Pumpkin Ale from Brooklyn Brewery is one of the straight pumpkin beers. We use that with Fireball for the Unity ceremony in our wedding. Oh, very nice.
Oh, there you go.
Post Road Pumpkin. I don't think I've had that one from there.
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good pumpkin.
I mean, I may have had it. I'd have to look at my Untapped. My phone's charging right now.
I would think you have.
Yeah.
You would have.
But definitely check out Brew Littles and get that chicken parm. Yeah, that chicken parm, Bart. I'm telling you, you can ask Alex when you see Alex the Beer Master. He'll tell you that sandwich I had was just freaking crazy. And of course, Alex has that. He has a special breakfast sandwich there as well, where they use pork roll. Pork roll is a New Jersey type meat, but if you go there, you can get the pork roll sandwich. Say Alex the Beer Master sent you, and they set you up nicely.
Did you get your nice big slice of pizza while you was there?
That's the one thing I actually did not get was pizza.
What?
I did not get pizza. The Italian restaurant my wife and my mom did on Sunday night was actually from that place, and I usually get pizza there. I just didn't get any while I was there. But I had like 2 or 3 different cheesesteaks when I was up there. And I had a bunch of other stuff.
Did your mom try to get you to eat at home the whole time, or?
We ate like a couple nights there when we first got there. She made like spare ribs one night with macaroni and some vegetables in them. The next night she made like a kind of like a steak or roasted. It was like a roast type dish with rice and some different things. But after that, we kind of went out for the most part.
Yeah. I know last time he was talking like she's like, why don't you say I made dinner? He was like, I go up here to eat all the local places or whatever, you know.
Yeah, when I went back last time, the first day I had like a pizza and a cheesesteak when I was up there. So yeah.
Why not?
East Coast food culture is outstanding. It's too easy to become a 500-pound. It is. It really is for the stuff that you get up there on the East Coast. Especially, like I said, it's the mom and pop places. They take care. It's like, you know, I was like funny. Like you think about the movie Goodfellas, when Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro and it's this slipped my mind on the guy that plays Henry. They go to his mom's house to get the knife when she feeds them. And they're like trying to leave, but she makes all this food because she's like, you guys need to eat or whatever. And the whole table's laid out with food. That's how it is when you're in New Jersey. It's just like, people don't want you to leave hungry. It's like an insult if you don't eat enough or something. So they feed you well.
You had Philly cheesesteak several times.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them put Cheese Whiz on it?
Well, I had some, but I didn't go to actual. There's a place called Gitano's. I didn't end up ordering from there, and they would do Cheese Whiz. The true original ones do have Cheese Whiz on it, but I went to a couple places that didn't have it available.
But that was going to be my next question. Is I always heard that the original like Philly cheesesteak has like Cheese Whiz on it.
Yeah, it's Cheese Whiz. Yeah.
They're like, no, you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, I'm being dead serious. Like every place I've ever read or seen, or diners, drive-ins, dives, whatever, talk about cheesesteaks, you got to put Cheese Whiz on it.
Yeah,
like the original. So I didn't know if that was if that was true or not.
Yeah, the original, it'll be the steak, it'll be the Cheese Whiz. May or may not have mushrooms if you want mushrooms in there, onions, but other things that like lettuce and tomato, and you can get stuff like that at some places, but that's not really like the cheesesteak. That's kind of like taking it to another level. If you went to like the two tourist places are like Pat and Gino's, for instance, when you go to Philly or whatever, but they're like the Cheese Whiz, they'll put the steak, and like usually mushrooms or onions, I believe they'll put on them. But like Gitano's was a place that I almost ordered one night, but I didn't get it. I just decided not to get them. They would have done a Cheese Whiz on there as well. But your true original places will have it. And then anything other places, like you can get provolone or places, and people will eat that as well. But it's like,
that's not
when you think of the original cheesesteak, yeah. But you'll be fine with the provolone on there. It's just, when you just think of like how was the Cheese Whiz, that was just a part of it.
Right.
Yeah. Do I remember the diner that I went to? It was actually actually I have to check my Yelp thing because I put it on Yelp. Let me see if I see it here. Actually, my phone's probably charged enough now anyway. Grab it here. Yelp. It was off of, I think it was on 130 as well, Bart. Where is it? Check-ins. I don't do Yelp as much as I used to, but Pandora's Diner. Pandora. So it is Route 130 in Cinnaminson. So place was crazy on the food that you actually got. Let me see here. And then they give you like these bread pieces you can get. And it's like, you get like bread at a place, you think you're getting some rolls or some biscuits or that everything. They bring you like 5 different types of bread. It'll be like a piece of cornbread, it'll be like a giant roll, it'll be like a pumpkin bread, it'll be something else. And then it's like, you want more? They'll bring you more. It's just complimentary. It's just like big chunks of bread, like, it's crazy. Cornbread, carrot bread, banana bread. People got pictures here.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's some good stuff.
It's a variety of types of breads there.
Yeah. But I didn't take any pictures of the food that we actually got, but it was a nice little setup. And then any really big city, New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, Atlanta, New Orleans will have a plethora of great restaurants. Oh, yeah, definitely. And New Orleans, as you know, it's got that nice culture and cuisine behind it. But, where we're at, we're across from Philly. I mean, technically, I guess you could say we're kind of in that vicinity, but the spot we were at, New Jersey, you're 20 minutes, 25 minutes outside of Philadelphia. But you get a lot of great restaurants through there and a lot of mom and pop type spots.
No, we kind of become known for that too. Well, not in Indiana, but in Louisville for their restaurants.
Yeah.
The restaurant scene there supposedly is great, which they really do have a lot of really good, would you say mom and pop, not your traditional, chain restaurants.
Yeah.
So I got some good stuff going on over there for sure.
James said, I don't know, Paul's probably working. Paul works nights usually. So if he gets freed up, he'll usually pop in, but he's got to manage his people at nighttime. Both are in the UK. Actually, all are in the UK, right? And I've got some other UK beers to actually try to get some stuff in on, I think, as well. Wawa beer is sold in PA, another stupid Jersey law, right? So, it's if you go over to PA, I guess you can get it there. Maybe that's where Didi got it from his daughter coming down from Pennsylvania. But, Jersey, you can only serve certain things in certain stores. And it was kind of like, it's funny going to a store that has a beer named after it, but you can't buy the beer there. So, because people love the coffee at Wawa. They had a coffee stout, so people were looking forward to that. And actually, it says it's delicious as far as the New Orleans food, I think, or all the food actually are. Got to have the hot cheese whiz on the cheesesteak sun. Gilbert said Gilbert knows. You got to have the cheese whiz. Yeah. Look up a big AM sandwich in the UK. Pretty tasty.
Big AM.
Let's see.
Inquiring minds want to know now.
Pictures of McDonald's and Burger King popping up. I don't see the big AM showing up though. I don't see anything. Is this like one of the places over there? Although I'm feeling like it should be a pretty good sized sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not getting any hits on that one either.
Oh, let's see here. Yeah, right? What's up, Shane? Cheers, my friend. It's been a while. Look what the rabbit hole led me to. Hello, guys. How you been doing, brother? Y'all know Shane. Y'all can check him out. Shane, you still doing the cooking stuff there? I still got your channel. I just got to catch up on stuff. I just haven't been able to
you gotta watch out for the rabbit holes for sure.
Yeah. Rabbit holes can take you all kinds of places on YouTube. No doubt about that.
He's just lucky it's not as normal with my sidekick here on Thursday night. Then you talking about rabbit holes.
She does find rabbit holes to go down for sure. We had a cheesesteak joint here, and even the local Italian bakery make those Philly rolls, but it closed during a Rona. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, when you get like that, that's like in the Northeast in Jersey and Philly, over on PA side, like they get the like local Italian bakeries that are usually making those rolls, so nice breads there with that cheesesteak. Or even the heavy cheesesteak, like the Italian hoagies themselves are always so good. Like I did not know how hard it was to find capicola outside of New Jersey. Like a lot of restaurants, like you know, the sandwich, they don't have capicola, or capicola as they call it there, which is like a lunch meat. Like if you go to Jersey Mike's, you get it on that sandwich.
Oh
They
yeah.
don't have it like at a Subway or some of these other sandwich shops.
Oh,
That's
well,
just like
yeah.
that's like a meat like part of a Jersey sandwich you got to have or whatever. It's like, never
Jersey
realized that
Mike.
growing up there.
I
I
feel
remember.
like we can get it like at Sam's Club or something. You get Capicola.
I think it's more prominent now in places that you can get it. Like I think in the episode of Sopranos when he goes to the deli and he's ordering Capicola.
Oh yeah.
I think people are like, "What is that?" And people probably it just started becoming more popular and stuff. But you want a true Italian hoagie, you got to have Capicola on there with the salami and the ham and everything else. So yeah, basically a full English breakfast on a sandwich. Well, that would be convenient. And I've seen a full English breakfast before and stuff, which I'm thinking you can't get the beans on the sandwich. Which seen a full breakfast in the UK. Like I didn't realize like people like to enjoy baked beans with their breakfast as well over there. Which I'm a fan. I like baked beans, but it was just over here. You usually have it like with hot dogs or some other side dish, like at a barbecue or something like that. But yeah, but you see some of the images over in the UK. They have it there with their breakfast.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that either.
Which I have added at times. So yeah, what's the comment about street food cheesesteaks or street food made for and by working class people who eat shit like cheese whiz? Cheesesteaks are terrific though. So when you think about the cheesesteak shops that were set up over there, I mean a lot of them probably a lot of working class people that did go to get a lot on there. You think about like where you just pop in on some stuff, there's a quick fix to make a sandwich like that and everything. But you put the cheese whiz on, and cheese whiz works with cheesesteaks. It just does.
I always like cheese whiz anyway.
Yeah. Not just for crackers anymore. You put them on a cheesesteak, yeah. So right now, I just cracked open another beer here, which this one is actually down close to Todd. It is from Goodwood. Is the Bourbon Barrel Stout. Oh, there's you. Stout aged in Bourbon Barrel. This one is 8% ABV. And this was one of the ones that the guy gave me down at Red River Gorge when I was down there. He's like, hey, you want to try some other beers to take back with you? So that my rep dropped off, and they were Goodwood beers. And this is one of the Goodwood beers.
What do you think of theirs?
They're usually a little bit of a hit and miss for me, depending.
Yeah.
But this one here, first time having this one, get a nice sweetness from the malts.
I drive right by their brewery like pretty much every morning. Well,
yeah, it's pretty aromatic. Comes out rather easily. You know, when I smell this one, what pops in my head is actually, for whatever reason, I thought of root beer. That's kind of what the aroma reminds me of a Heinz or A&W root beer. It's definitely thin, but for 8% ABV, it goes down rather easily too. Do you pick up a little bit of the booziness? Not hidden as well. Definitely subtle. Not a lot of carbonation taking place here. You do get the coating, though, of the beer in the mouth. You get the nice after effect of the taste. Being left with a lot of the chocolate coffee type notes. Probably the biggest knock for me on this will be like the thinness on it.
Always
a little bit of a creamy appeal to it.
I feel like all their stuff is thin.
Yeah, they got some stuff. I did their Vienna lager. That one actually wasn't bad. This one right here, though, like I'm not really. It doesn't have the body I usually like on a stout, but the taste notes and everything are there. Carbonation is definitely turned down on it, so you get like a creamy type feel, almost like a nitro type appeal to it, even though it's not nitro. But an 8% ABV, you can put it down real easily. And if you were trying to catch up with people that were ahead of you in drinking, this one would do it pretty quickly.
Catch up beer.
You chug a couple of these, and you're right with the rest of the pack.
Nobody would even know.
Not that we encourage people to go out and chug beers. We're just saying. Drink responsibly.
For some, it comes natural.
Some it does come natural.
Mention no
That
names.
sounds delicious. I think I was talking about Gavin's comment there with the sandwich. Yes, definitely been a minute. Definitely cooking and flying my paramotor. Oh, nice. So you're still keeping pretty busy. If y'all like cooking channels and stuff, make sure to you can check out Shane there on his channel as well. I don't think I could ever do a paramotor though. That is kind of scary, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So you know what a paramotor is, like the hang
like the hang glider type thing.
But you're sitting there. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Screw that.
I mean, I'll fly.
We're over at my brother's, some of his good friends' house about a month ago, and we saw like 3 of them just come buzzing over there. I was like, where the hell do you take off from one of those things? And 2, why in the hell are you doing that? you got like a lawnmower engine on a hang glider propelling over the city. Like, what are you doing?
One of those things like, just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. Like, it seems like a good idea, but not really.
Yeah. I mean, I could go swimming with the sharks. Doesn't mean I need to swim with the sharks. Zippy, what is going on? That is one place we did not get to. That's one place I want to get to at some point when I'm back again. Always heard good things about that, but that's White House and their sub shop. White House is just known for having great sandwiches there. Thanks, definitely check out Pandora's also next time I'm up that way. Yeah, it was Pandora's, good amount of food there out in St. Vincent on 130. The Maritz over Maple Shade, right next to Dr. Brew Little's. Oh, phenomenal sandwich there as well. And the whole East Coast has street food, P-Mill and a Kaiser. Somebody even added lettuce and tomato. What the fuck, son? I still haven't had P-Mill, but at some point, I didn't even think about checking that out there. Seeing up where we're at in New Jersey, they had like Scrapple. And Scrapple is kind of like what they have here, Todd, is Geta, except one is like rolled with wheat or whatever. The other one's like with grains or something. So they're done differently, but they're basically pretty much the same.
What is the P-Mill?
P-Mill is like another type of meat. I think that Gilbert explained to us before from up there, I believe.
Yeah, I knew he did, but I couldn't remember what it was. If it was like a spread or if it was actually like a type of meat or something.
It's like a bacon type thing. It says P-Mill bacon.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember.
Or maybe that's just a different type of the P-Mill. But everything here says P-Mill bacon. It looks like it's just cut right off. But it's not like bacon strips. It's kind of like a little bit of like a sliced meat or whatever. P-Mill bacon is wet-cured, unsmoked back bacon made from trimmed, lean, boneless pork loin rolled in cornmeal. Found mainly in southern Ontario. Toronto pork packer William Davies, who came to Canada from England in 1854, is credited with this development.
Okay.
Yeah. But they probably do have that in Jersey as well, because they got everything else, it seems.
Right.
Just did a beef knuckle the other day. Came out also smoked for 8 hours. Wow.
Beef knuckle.
Yeah. I've never had beef knuckle before.
No. Can't say I have either.
There's Capicola, then there's real Capicola. The real stuff was up in Jersey for sure. Baked beans over there have more sugar in it. Heinz. Oh, really? Baked beans over there, over here. I would think we have more sugar over here than you have in the UK.
I would think so too. Yeah.
It's different.
I think maybe that's what he's saying.
Yeah. Over here it probably is. Over there is probably less of that, but there's different styles we have with the baked beans as well. You can get I don't know if you can get like no sugar baked beans, or I know they have different flavors for stuff that maybe some have less sugar.
I think everything over here has got more sweetness to it in general, all around, like chocolate and everything. Yeah.
All-time favorite beer, like you can drink anything else ever. That is such we were talking about that earlier. It's such a tough question like that. If you couldn't drink anything, I mean, the thing is, if like you can only drink one beer and you couldn't drink anything else, it probably wouldn't be the favorite beer because you couldn't drink it. Like your favorite beer, you might not drink all year round. Like you might not. Your favorite beer could be like a high type barley wine. Say you're not going to drink a high barley wine probably in the summer. You know what I mean? You have to find like a beer that has a nice overall appeal to it that you'd be able to drink any season long, I guess. Geez, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite one would be there as far as the last one I could actually have to drink for the rest of my life, basically. You got any idea on your end?
Gun to head, I had to come up with one and had to have an answer. Probably would be Two Hearted.
But you wouldn't get tired of that, or IPA fatigue?
Well, I mean, you'd probably get tired of anything if that was the only thing you could have the rest of your life, wouldn't you?
I mean,
don't you think? Like, I guess something
it's a
like a Miller Lite or something, but we're talking like beer.
But it's funny though. But you say that, and I was thinking in my mind, and I was thinking something like a High Life or something like that, where you could just easily drink something and probably not fully get tired of it.
Well, no, you're right. You wouldn't get tired of that because I don't think the flavor profile is enough to where you probably could get tired of it.
Yeah.
But of all the beers out there, do you think you'd pick like a High Life over anything else for the rest of your life? I mean, that's a hard question because
that's a hard question there.
Who's going to do that anyway? But two,
yeah.
Right now, I'd say if gun to head because for me, like Two Hearted is one of those. You can go to most restaurants or whatever. It's got it's kind of craft beer selection. You might always find a Two Hearted Ale or whatever. Always gravitate towards that just because. That's the only reason why I say that. Would it be one I'd want for the rest of my life? Probably not. But if I had to pick one, that would probably be the one I would take.
Yeah. I mean, if I was to say like Golden Rock 9000, which was one of my favorite beers for the longest time, even that would fatigue out at a certain point, I think, for me, from all the sweetness and everything that takes place with that Belgian style. So you'd want something that you can drink, be easygoing, wouldn't actually be something to really maybe fatigue you out. I don't know if it would be like
that. You're right.
Yeah.
Like High Life or a Miller Lite or a Bud Light or something would totally be like, yeah, we'll drink that the rest of my life would be okay.
Yeah, if it was like the only thing that you had to drink that and you couldn't drink anything else, it's like choosing that wouldn't mean it would be, like I said, it would be the best. Because if I said, well, based on how I rank beers for my own personal taste, like I mentioned Galaxy High Roller, that's one of the beers I gave a 5 to and on tap that I really enjoyed. I love checking out each year. But I could only have so much of the Galaxy High after a point too. Right. Yeah. So, like, it wouldn't be like a Corona I couldn't do because a Corona would definitely get burnt out on that. That doesn't really carry as much weight to me like that, but probably something like a High Life, probably. Because it would be something I could just always keep drinking, not have to worry about. Pretty much, the flavor palette on it. So, after a point, it'd be just like drinking water, I'm sure. So,
yeah, I would think there'd be a point where everything would be like, okay, it is what it is. You kind of get tired of it, sort of. I would think. I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, the fun thing about like a craft beer, obviously, we drink them because we like to mix it up and try different things, and they're all designed to give you different experiences. But if you had to choose something to just have, and you wanted to be consistent, it's going to probably be one of the macro type beers. That's why some people drink just Bud all the time, or drink Miller all the time, or drink all those other ones. Versus drinking like craft all the time. It's funny, like
they're just
about crafting. Like I know a lot of brewers that drink like Miller, they drink Bud or whatever from a good amount of times as well. They're not drinking always craft beer at these craft breweries. That cheesesteak joint is going the food truck route and waiting for my fix. ABV and percentage are two different things. Well, here, the ABV is going to be the percentage of the alcohol versus over in the UK. Should be the same there, though. So I'm not sure what you're looking at for that, Gavin, as well. Because it's just a scientific measure of alcohol in the beer. So when you actually brew beer, you take the hydrometer reading of where you're starting at, and then you take it up where you're finished. It's a simple formula for how much percentage are there. Some used to have the alcohol ABV. There was another one by weight as well. So some breweries may do it that way, but it's still a scientific thing for finding the alcohol.
Well, and if you're talking about like bourbons or whiskeys, proof.
Yeah, proof here in the States is
ABV is half of what the proof is.
Yeah, but from what I understand from some of the whiskey things, and Gilbert probably can even talk to this more, but I think outside the States it isn't always that way or something, I believe. Or something. I think it was. Okay. I think it's kind of a common thing we do in the States where you'll see a proof. Well, the proof's 102. Okay, well, ABV is 51. But I don't know if all the other countries do it that way or something.
Oh, okay.
And that might be the same why Gavin's saying that might be different when they look at it versus beer as well over there. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That'd make sense if that's true. Then I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I think Swami may have had something in his show like a couple of years ago. They were kind of talking about that, but I always thought it was always half as well. But it's not. It's like the States are like do that a lot. Of course, we're the same as we put the E in whiskey, where some countries don't as well. So because we're just the States like the Bastardize stuff. So
do whatever.
We do whatever. Damn it, we're America.
That's right.
BLTs, I don't understand. I like a nice bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich from time to time, but it's one of the things here in America that people like to put together.
See, I'm not a raw tomato kind of guy.
Sweet meal, sweet pickled pork loin. Well, I read the definition off of what they had it there as well. If I can only drink one beer, I start drinking more wine. if that's an option, right? I might become a whiskey drinker.
There you go. Yeah. Possibility.
That's like somebody said, could you live here in this island? Look at the picture on Facebook. Like, could you live on this island for 1 year if you were going to be given like $100 million or like that and everything? You can only bring one thing. And everybody's like, yeah, I'd live there. I just bring a helicopter.
That's cheating, right? That's cheating.
Oh.
Wait, could you do that though?
You can bring one thing. People are like helicopter.
So you don't have to stay there. You can just fly off. Then.
Now you have to make sure you get gas before you come back because you're in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, make sure gas is in the helicopter when you get it. Yeah. Mad Dog 2020 is a teenager, but still, yeah. We did a Mad Dog 2020 experiment here with Todd's wife. That was hilarious.
When was that, Rod? Was that last year?
Yeah, I think it was. It was last year, year before last.
Might have shit.
I think it was year before last. I think it was before the beer fest, even.
Yeah, I think it was too. Yeah, go back about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years.
It's the malt liquor show that we did. Yeah,
2020 on the show.
She had that regret that we thought we would have. She definitely confirmed. Yeah,
right. Like, isn't that what I thought it'd be? It's like, what did you think it was going to be? You paid $4 for it. What did you think it was going to be?
We need to do another show, and this time we'll have her do Boon's Farm.
Ooh, there you go. She might actually like that, though.
Yeah. See if she shakes that or if she still enjoys it. Let me see here. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I really like your channel. I've never checked out live stream before. It's super fun. I hope I can swing by for the next one. Work for many. Good night, everyone. Cheers. Cheers, and great having you as well. Again, check out Imperfectly. I'm going to get her on at some point here to also do a spotlight with her as well. But great channel, and she started her YouTube journey and sharing some good beer things there. So y'all make sure to go over.
Swing by for sure.
Yeah, swing by and check her out.
For Thursday night, come check us out.
You have to be careful with pea meal that's packed in America. They love to cure the wine. If not used, it becomes slimy. The fresh cure makes the pea meal, son. Yeah, I'm sure we probably screw it up on our end at some point if we're in charge of it.
Gilbert, it sounds a lot like spam. Is that the same thing?
Spam in a can for the man down in the factory. Oh, that could be a song lyric right there.
Make it rhyme every time.
Yeah. proof is American these days mostly, but came out of the Brit Navy. I do see the Caribbean high proof rums. Yeah. So that whole proof thing. And with that, I actually caught up on the comments. That's impressive. This at 10:41.
God, that's got to be a record of some sort.
Yeah, but this one, I like it to have more bite on it than it actually does. But it is what it is.
I did crack up another one too.
Oh, which one did you open there? Let me pull you up.
Three Floyd's Cheer Team Ale,
Ooh.
which I think I had this one a couple weeks ago.
Double IPA, 7.7.
Double IPA. It's pretty good.
Yeah, double IPA starts at the 7.5% level. I think it should still start at 8, like an Imperial is supposed to, but
just kind of like just enough to make it double.
Right. Let me see here. You might call us limeys, but we didn't get scurvy. Yeah. People still get scurvy, I wonder.
Yeah. No, it's all COVID now.
I think it's all cured.
No spam. Come on, Eric.
People that love spam, I don't know. I mean, some people love it.
Like good fried spam. You gotta fry it though, kind of like bologna. You gotta fry it.
Like you got meat in a can, you're going to eat that? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's meat in a can. How's that good? Yeah. Oh man,
that's a big deal over in Hawaii though. Spam in Hawaii is like a big.
Oh, I mean, it's a part of a lot of their foods over there. But
yeah.
I don't know if spam is made out of there as well, but it's definitely a big part of their economy, I believe. I don't know where spam is. Yeah, that's a good question.
I need to. I'm gonna message him right now. I need to ask my brother when he went to Hawaii if he remembers seeing a shit ton of spam while he was there.
Where is spam made? Actually, it's produced in Austin, Minnesota, known as Spam Town, USA. And in Dubuque, Iowa. Austin, Minnesota also had a restaurant with a menu exclusively devoted to spam called Johnny's Spamorama Menu.
Huh.
All right, now I got to see what's on the Johnny's Spamorama menu. How many things can you do with spam, right? Like, what can you do with spam?
Well, I don't know if you go to Hawaii. I think you can do a lot with it. But they have a lot of different flavors over there. Like you can't get like I said the States. Oh, it's the state, but in the States, not in the mainland of the States.
Let's see, where's the menu at here?
I remember seeing a picture or something of like a grocery store in Hawaii, and it had like a whole like owl. Think of like Jungle Gyms, like you have like a hot sauce section. It's like a whole thing of spam. It was all like different flavored type spams.
I feel like I might puke if I saw that.
Right?
Too much spam. Let me see here. Come on, pull up the menu. Give me the thing here. That's not pulling that up. This is the menu here. No, it's Johnny's Sub Shop. I thought I could find it here, but it's not pulling up the menu.
What was you looking for?
I was going to see if I could see the menu and what they did with the spam.
Oh.
Lunch menu. Johnny's Spanorama.
Just like fry it in the skillet would be good. But I'm thinking also if you put it in a smoker, it'd probably be really good too.
Well, the lunch meal is pretty small. It's spam and cheese naked. Spam and cheese salad. That was blurred there. Spam and cheese salad, $6.95. Tomato, egg, olives, garnish, and grilled French bread. Spam Reuben. Eggs Benedict with spam. Spam breakfast, eggs, and hash browns. Spam and cheese omelet, spam and cheese burger. Superman spam burger, 8-ounce choice hamburger topped with smoked spam strips and melted cheese served with fries and garnish. Western spam melt, grilled spam, grilled seasoned onions and peppers, barbecue sauce, Hormel bacon on grilled potato bread served with fries and garnish. It's kind of a light looking menu from us. So, I mean, they're kind of limiting your spam options there. Why is spam so popular in Hawaii? The true root of the island's love of spam goes back to World War II, where the luncheon meat was served to GIs. By the end of the war, spam products were adopted into local culture, where fried spam, classic, and rice becoming a popular meal.
There you go.
Because of World War II, that led to the amount of spam being done in Hawaii.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, it's definitely big in Hawaii there, and among Vikings, according to Monty Python. Yeah, I mean, I figure as a state, Hawaii is probably the biggest one, but it's kind of interesting. In Minnesota, they have the spam restaurant too. But being a spam is created there, I can see it in Minnesota. I guess having a restaurant,
right? Yeah, you kind of feel like you should have that just because.
Yeah. So here's something you don't see every day, right? So you ever heard of Duke mayonnaise?
Oh yeah,
It's pretty popular.
Everything I always see is like, I always think like Hellman's is the best mayonnaise, but everybody's like Duke's is way better than Hellman's or whatever. You know, I'm like, okay, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, Champion Brewing has teamed up with Duke's to create a beer to pair perfectly with mayonnaise. I would say I would never thought of a beer. I've never had anything with mayo on it. Thinking, I like a beer like a pair.
It's gotta be like a lager or something, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be Family Recipe is the name of the beer, and let me see here what it says about it. 5.1% ABV, Vienna style lager, made with Vienna malt and Magnum and Saaz hops for a bit of bitterness, 27 IBUs.
Huh.
So yeah, so Vienna lager, they say you can put it with like a BLT. Speaking of which, BLTs being a popular topic tonight. So don't worry, no mayonnaise was harmed in the making of this beer except maybe during the taste testing phase. Beer is strictly meant to further improve mayo accentuated dishes. So for some of you guys that were thinking I'm having a mayo on this sandwich and I wish I had a beer to pair up with it, one is coming to maybe a market near you.
I'll have to say I've never had Duke's, but I need to buy some next time I go to the store. Get some just to try, just to see.
Yeah, we had some here for a bit. I never actually got it. Janice had gotten it, but I never tried it or whatever. But I hear people that love Duke's. They love that.
I know,
mayo.
right? Yeah, exactly. I used to be a Miracle Whip guy growing up, just because that's what we always had at our house.
Yeah.
Until her and I got together, then it was like mayonnaise forever. If you look at the ingredients, they're exact same thing. Like I don't even know, but they don't taste the same.
No, Miracle Whip does something to make it a little bit more tangy, though. It gives something.
It's got a little twang to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm a Miracle Whip person, though.
I do like Miracle Whip though.
The best and worst beer in America ranked. So, see again, there's so many beers out there. How do you know what the best one actually is? Let me see here. According to Eat This,
if not everybody can have it. How would you know?
Right. According to Eat This and Not That. Let me see. Which list is what, right? This is, so we're creating this list of tasty one. Beer has been a very good story, blah, blah, blah. Simple. Many beers here were spot is being left out. Right, because there's too many beers that are out there. You can't get them all. Leaving out seasonal, for instance, or pumpkin, or some of the celebrations. So it's a ranking of some of the most popular and commonly consumed beers for America. Number 20 was Dogfish Head IPA. But then it goes down like where number 1 is Bush Beer. Yeah, so Bush beer is seen as the worst beer from the viewers or people that did this thing.
The worst.
Yeah, the worst is Bush. Second is Natty Light. Third was Blue Moon. Fourth was
I get behind
Heineken.
that one.
Yeah, fourth was Heineken. Fifth was Corona. So 6 was Coors Light. 7 was Bud Light. 8 was Miller Light. 9 Bud, and then 10 Guinness Draft. And then it starts to get into other ones like Fat Tire, Yingling. And these are actually, those are like considered better than the other one because one is the worst one. So Stone IPA was like 14th, Old Rasputin 15th. Kind of a weird way in how they set this up here. But of these 20, Dogfish has 60 Minute is number 20, which is better than the other ones. Yeah.
60 Minute made top 20 worst beers.
Yeah. It's kind of a stupid list on how they did this.
I was going to say, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But they're saying if you don't like this beer, like Dogfish Head, 60 Minute IPA, you'll like not likely any beers in this category. You should just move on. So basically, as an
Right,
IPA, as an IPA, they're saying that's pretty much the best IPA. But they have a little something on here. Even though it's a limited release, they included that one at 19. Like that's not always out. The Pliny the Elder was 18. So
really,
so technically, Pliny the Elder, they have kind of behind Dogfish Head, I guess. So Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, because the way they have one, it's like seemed like the worst beer. It's kind of a messed up list, like I said. So
interesting. So I get behind the Blue Moon though.
yeah, I'm not. Blue Moon is, I never really huge into Blue Moon. Although I like Belgian type style beers like that, but I don't know. I just feel like
Shock Top though.
Yeah, Shock Top's definitely lower on my level for sure.
Shock Top's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. Let me take a look at the comments. It's known as PEK, the UK equivalent to spam. Okay. Those limeys just better bring IPA and whiskey. Late to the party, JV says, sorry, I got home. My home air unit wasn't cool, so they just got it back going. Cheers, y'all. Oh, wow. You definitely want that air going, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah. If Fifi's like my wife, I would never hear the end of it for sure. I mean, not that I wanted to be a warmer house, but she really wants the air on. I don't know if you missed it earlier. I was talking about we got back from vacation and our fridge. I got to have our guy come out and look at that because I think our circuit board needs to be changed because the freezer isn't making ice and it's not cool like it's supposed to. Although luckily the fridge part is still working. You guys are spamming us with all this spam information. LOL, right? You were getting spammed regularly there. We only have Hormel on our menu, son. I actually had some Hormel chili the other day.
Hormel.
Fun fact for Erie, spam is spelled backwards as maps. Oh, I wish he was here for that one. That was good, JV. We're trying to get Blake to read the map now, right? So, RJ, doing this show and playing Warzone at the same time. Yes, he's that bad. Yeah, we did Warzone earlier. It was hilarious.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right. Sounds like Dovetail Vienna Lager, my favorite beer. You can't go really too wrong with a Vienna Lager. I mean, you can drink that any time of year and actually enjoy it. Gilbert said, cheers, AV. America is kind of our younger cousin. Yeah, that would be kind of true there. Well, we always say Canada is like the apartment above the meth house, so Canada thinks they're different, but they're really not. They're really not. Just less explosions up there. Hey, JV. What's up, Jason? Cheers, homie. Good to see you again, my friend. Jason was over on the game and stream earlier when I was playing. Happy Thursday night to you and Friday Eve. Oh, man, I'm not looking forward to getting back to work tomorrow, Jason. I was like, as it starts to get creeping into that time frame, it's like, I got to be at work tomorrow. Worst beer, Coors Banquet. Really? There's a beer you can get at Trader Joe's that's brewed by House called Simpler Times. That would be the worst beer. And then name tag will be right behind it as well. That's another one at Trader Joe's. Busch is pretty bad too. I can tolerate Busch though. I mean, Busch is a adjunct type lager. I wouldn't go out and hunt it down, but I could just tolerate it. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Thirsty Thursday to you as well. If y'all don't know Malt Muser, make sure to check him out. He's actually doing the whiskey stuff, and I wish I don't know if you're still out in the Philly area now. If I would have more time, I'd have tried to connect with you, but I'm thinking you moved to Chicago now, Malt. I'm trying to think offhand, but you were in Philly for a point. I was just up there this last week. What's up, JT? Well, you're right, Gavin. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Busch Light Apple is the best thing I've drank from them. I have not had the Busch Light Apple, and I have people that still tell me it's pretty good.
It's actually pretty good.
See, Todd's going to do that now, so.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm throwing it in a bus, but it actually is pretty good.
I may have to check that out at some point.
I mean, if Trillium or somebody came out with it, you'd be like, this sucks. But being that Busch Light come out with it, you'd be like, okay, that's pretty good.
What's up, Jason? Skull and some other tastes like dishwasher. I've had some that be like, is this dishwasher soap they put in the bottle? None of those listed best or worst beers are local to me. No, they're trying to probably go more bigger type beers. I always liked Heinz Mayo. Miracle Whip is wannabe stuff, son. Well, no, it's a salad dressing, so it's a different type of taste expected. Or, I mean, you think of salad dressing, you think it's more liquefied than Miracle Whip is, but it's like a salad dressing spread or whatever. It's just a little different, but
it's got a little more twang to it.
Well, growing up in the Northeast, Hellman's was the big dog up there for the longest time as a kid. Hellman's was always huge, but it's kind of funny when Heinz doing the mayo now because Heinz also does the mustard. You know, it's funny when they did the mustard after you're doing the ketchup. Like they were trying to hold down both of those. It was like French was like, "Yo, why are you in our neck of the woods? Why are you over here, Heinz? You know, we had the mustard, you had the ketchup. Now you're infringing." So,
back up, son.
Yeah,
this is our territory.
Yeah, of course. Then Hunt's has their ketchup stuff, which we use that once in a while. I had no problem really with Hunt's. I mean, I'm not as huge ketchup person now as I used to be back in the day. Speaking of ketchup, Erie's in the house now. Erie loves ketchup. It's just who I am. Yeah. So, but
who is it that does the ketchup in the glass bottles?
Heinz.
Is it Heinz?
That's Heinz.
So Shannon's dad always, I don't know he does it so much anymore, but he would always search out to get the ketchup in a glass bottle only. Like if it was in a plastic, he didn't want it. Like I don't want that. For some other reason, he had in his mind it tasted different.
So maybe to some it does affect a little bit. I mean,
I guess I don't know.
I mean, you don't want to put craft beer in a plastic cup or a solo cup usually, but you know.
Right, that's true. That's true.
But it's funny because I would go to restaurants for years after they came out with the squeeze bottle. Why are restaurants still putting Heinz in a glass bottle out on the table? You're at the table, you're sitting there, and you're shaking it, and you're trying to get it out there. But you're like, well, you take the knife, you put the knife in, trying to get. You got squeeze bottles now. Like every restaurant should have a squeeze bottle. Like you making it hard here because you shake it too much, or it goes on your shirt or goes over somewhere. So it's like you're trying to be careful with it. But
they say if you put your thumb on like the 57, the symbol on there, 57, it'll like come right out of the bottle every time.
For the glass bottle?
Yeah.
No, how would that affect it as glass though?
I have no idea. I don't know. It's like ergonomics or something. I'm not sure what the deal is.
It's some magic.
Come over that and shake it. It comes out every single time. And to be honest with you, I've tried it before, and it does work. It does work. Like I know what you're talking about with the knife. I used to like try to scrape that shit.
It's like a thumbprint release or something. It's like takes the thumbprint.
No idea.
Okay, we're clear, fellas. Go ahead, roll out the ketchup. We're good. We're good.
It does work.
We've identified the consumer. Go ahead, let it go. Oh, that is
Maybe
crazy.
solve any other world's problems, but get ketchup out of a glass bottle, just put your thumb on it. Problem solved.
Right.
I mean, what else do you want?
Gavin said, "You say mayo, but I say salad cream." Could be. But I like the Miracle Whip. JV with the joke. So Erie did catch that joke in time. Ducking and running. Catching up on the Singlefeld Cup chess tournament in St. Louis. I played chess for a little bit on the plane on the way back. Computer kicked my ass. I haven't played chess in years. Hey, Erie. Hope all's well. Yeah, now you're going to try to make nice with Erie.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, girl?
Kraft salad cream. Don't want the Kraft salad cream. Don't want that. Now you made it sound bad when you said Kraft like that. Made me think of Bob Kraft in my head, and we know what he was doing. So. Let me go to pots and pans. Oh, it is life back to normal. Yeah, congrats, Erie and EB got their thing back. They were negative on their tests, so they're good to go. Although that means Erie has to go back to work as well. But the kids go to school.
Good and bad.
The happiest person in their household right now is one Eclectic Beard Reactions, because now Alan will have the house to himself, I think, because the kids have to go back to school. Erie has to go to work.
Yes.
He's probably trying to hide it right now, but he's probably just ecstatic.
Now it could just be him and the two Ronnies.
Yeah. Oh, not much for just one day at work, ready for the weekend. I've got one day at work, JV. That's tomorrow. Then it's the weekend.
Yes.
Kraft salad cream I tried. It ain't the real deal. Hopefully it wasn't Bob Kraft salad cream, though. Can is a mix of...
That's a whole different realm right there, right?
I don't know where you put the thumb. I don't know where you put the thumb there, so...
Yeah.
Canada, mix of American and UK. Pretty much. Well, you got a little bit of the French sprinkled in Canada as well. Little bits of the Francois. There he says, hey there, Jason. Hey, Erie. Kraft salad cream is the only stuff here unless it's a Brit store. Don't matter. Mayo and Miracle Whip both. Erie can't take either of them, but she's not a mayo person.
So, Kraft salad cream. Am I missing something here?
I thought they were trying to slang it for Miracle Whip, but maybe it's a real thing there. We don't sell it in the States. It must be Canada and the UK.
Like 3 times now. I'm not sure what that is. What is Kraft?
If it's exported out of Florida, you got an issue there. I'm just saying. Fresh batch. Nothing but real mayo here, Jason said. Yeah. I rather mustard, but I do love me some ketchup. It all depends on what you're putting it on now. So, yeah. The ketchup is horrible from hell. Ketchup was very important as far as the foods that build America. As you guys know, I like to watch that show, and he talked about how ketchup and Heinz was all done and how it actually grew out of the offshoot of catsup from over in England, because when America was getting formed, the way they cooked the meats, they weren't really delectable. So you had to bury the taste. So Heinz came up with the whole ketchup thing after putting catsup on something, pretty much made it sweeter of a feel where you came up with ketchup. But, it's an American thing for sure, and people still use it to this day. But in the beginning, it was basically there to cover the flavor of the meat that was not so great. Glass bottles hit from the bottom. See, yeah, you can hit from the bottom, but sometimes you could have the ketchup shoot somewhere too. It's like every table should have had squeeze bottles. That's like Heinz thinking their steak sauce actually compares to A1. Oh, you're more A1 over Heinz 57? Which I got to tell you, if you're using sauce on a steak, I got a question about the steak. Because you shouldn't need anything on it.
Thank you.
You don't need anything.
Shannon grabs A1. I'm like, that's an insult to the chef.
Yeah. You don't put anything on a steak if it's done right.
I'm
yeah.
Like, that's not, what are you doing? You can't do that.
Yeah. Maybe that little glaze of butter, like that buttery feel that goes down into the steak. But yeah, you don't need ketchup. You don't need anything on a steak if it's done proper, really.
Anyway, real quick, flip
All
the
right.
script on
Night,
real
Big
quick.
Daddy, as well. Yeah.
I have going Big Daddy. So we started watching this series. Shannon's brother told us about. Mike Rowe's got Mike Rowe's Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
He's got a series that's called 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe. And you're talking about like the what was the series you were just talking about just a minute ago? Like
6 minutes ago.
Where we travel across with cooking, whatever, traveling, maybe.
Did we talk about a cooking travel show?
Maybe that's not what it was.
No.
I just said something like a few minutes ago, made me think of it.
I can't think of what it was at this
But
point.
anyway, he's got a series that talks about like might be from like the 1800s all the way up until like
the food that built America. You're talking about.
Yeah, there you go. Food that built America. So he's got it's called 6 Degrees with Mike Rowe, and it's like a series on how this translated to this, blah blah. So it's got like one. It's like this. I'm not sure what the series is. I haven't watched that episode yet. It's like this happened, and in the end, it has to do with like Eminem or something. It's kind of like how, like in history, things change to get to that end point. It's kind of interesting, actually. It's pretty good.
One thing triggers to another, and bam, 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 you're here.
Right, yeah.
That is pretty interesting.
It kind of made me think of that. Huh. You'd probably like that if you like those.
What is it on? So Mike Rowe, is it like on Nat Geo or History or something?
Might be on Discovery or
Discovery.
Could be Discovery Plus. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Steak sauce is a crime against humanity. Yeah, I mean, unless you're at a Ponderosa, no notable steakhouse really wants you to have steak sauce out there. So
it's an insult to the chef.
Oh yeah, I didn't. So I was dancing around the house right now on cloud 9. He's like, "You're going to school. You're going to school. You're going to school, and you're going to work."
Bye-bye.
Oh, I bet he's ready for everybody to get out the house. He's like, "Hey, you want to take Storm with you, Erie? Take Storm to work with you too."
Take them all with you. Just go.
Oh, so said, "No, I'll be back on Monday and aggravate the shut in tomorrow." Perfect gift. I can't believe you're going back to work on your birthday. Which everybody tell Erie happy birthday as well. So yeah, but you should be home for your birthday. You should be home making Alan actually wait on you for your birthday.
Hand and foot.
HP Fruity is a great steak sauce and in glass bottles to boot. Yeah, but do you need that another steak sauce? Jeffrey Dahmer said A1 is great on bisexual talk. And that's why Big Daddy still hung out before he left.
Yeah, that's the good one. Yes.
Relaxes the biceps. Steak sauce is heaven, as well as A1. It belongs on everything. No, that will be red hot. You put that shit on everything. Well, if I 8 people, I'm sure A1 will make it better. Well, probably be tough like a Ponderosa steak, so you probably use A1 in that.
Probably should have that. Yeah. That makes sense. That would
probably A1 over ketchup. I don't know if you went that thought of the blood and everything with the ketchup, so you might go A1 instead. Similar to our brown sauce. And come on, the French don't matter east of Kingston, Ontario. But they are a part of Canada. You can't kick out the French. I think the brown sauce tastes like Heinz 57. But Heinz 57 is okay. I don't know. I don't put I've had it, but I don't use that on steaks now. Eric tried Daddy sauce out of Innuendo.
I was gonna say, wait
Good
a
thing
minute.
you said that.
What's Daddy sauce?
Between the Daddy sauce and the Kraft Creamy, I don't know what's going on right
I
here.
was saying, where's this? Yeah. We didn't got Shannon here and it's already taken the.
Yeah. Heinz chili sauce. I haven't had Heinz chili sauce in years, but I remember having it like back in the day. I think I had like on hot dogs or something as well. That was a while back.
No, I used to use the chili sauce and grape jelly for meatballs.
Oh, okay. There you go. Never will happen. He'd be like, "Do we really need to celebrate?" It's not supposed to be his choice, Erie. He's supposed to just go along with it. I've never seen Daddy sauce at the Brit shops, so I had to double check. Maybe he's at an Aldi. At an Aldi, Jason, happy birthday to Erie as well. She said, "Thank you, Jason." Yeah, it'll be her 21st birthday tomorrow.
21 again.
Again. Yeah, but yeah, I like a good steak. Like we have one of the place where you've been there. You have one there by you. The one restaurant. Where we went to dinner with Eric and everybody when you guys came in. Buckhead. They have like they have like a butter ribeye where it's just like butter. It gets melted into the ribeye when you bring it out. Like you don't need anything else on that thing.
We don't have one no more.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now it's a brewery, so it's kind of a win-win.
Right. Yeah. See, it needs a little salt and pepper. And usually when they make them, they're putting salt and pepper on there. You get some butter on there as well. That makes a nice little feel to it. I'm moving on my little doggy. See you along down the trail. All right, James. Thanks for swinging in, brother.
James.
Have a great night. Heck yes, I will finally be able to drink. Like you could have drank any other time. There is what you're saying. Friday nights are night to have actually a little bit of a drink there. So yeah, but I was just looking through here for any of the other interesting beer type news. I got some stuff I got to put out on the blog as well. So if you guys haven't checked out the website, check that out too, because I'll put some information out there for different things taking place. I'm not seeing much other stuff. Oh, we got a new brewery. It looks like, oh, that's not here. I thought it said Edgewood. Like it was, oh, yeah. I thought it was our place. They're actually building a brewery. It's going to be probably about 2 miles from my house. They're doing some new part of town they're building up, and it's going to be like a new, kind of like a residential subdivision. Not residential fully, but like kind of a subdivision. But it's going to have some businesses and restaurants, and it's going to have a brewery.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be awesome.
We do have Highwire opening up here sometime soon, in the next couple of days or week, maybe.
Well, let me know when you go over there, and I'll reach out to my friend so I can let her know. And then she may give you a tour or something. Yeah, at Highwire. Yeah, I met her at the last BeerFest.
So you need to take you up on that for Gallant Fox, too.
Yeah, go see Kinsey over there. Yeah, and then now if you're in Texas, by the way, Yuengling has started being sold there as well. So people were kind of looking forward to that. It was supposed to be later at the end of August, but there's some places that now are releasing some of their stuff on draft, it looks like. I actually brought back a Yuengling beer I'll do a review on. It is it's like an orange mango type thing. So haven't had it. I think it's just actually, it's funny, I bought it in New Jersey because I hadn't seen it here. Came back and have seen it in one of the stores here. So I was like, oh, son of a bitch. So you are out now. So yeah.
Wait, what? What was it?
It's like Yuengling Raging Eagle, I think. It's got like a mango type beer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. A1 and brown sauce is for cheap sausage sandwiches. I never thought about putting A1 in a sausage sandwich.
Now, what is
and garlic? I'm thinking it's kind of like the Heinz 57 in some type of way, because that's what it's being related to.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really heard it called like brown sauce.
Well, I think they call it that in the UK, though, and up in Canada, because of the England influx, yeah.
So something in the neighborhood of a steak sauce of some sort.
I could eat garlic with a steak, or I could eat peppers and onions as well with a steak. I like garlic, though. Garlic's good for your system.
Yeah, garlic, butter, and thyme on the steak.
Yeah, right now you're talking. Off the grill. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh.
I have some aged venison steak that are almost a year old and ready to cook. I'll be cooking that venison, Jason. I may grill this week. Well, we were supposed to get rain today and some other days. We really didn't get as much, so if it doesn't rain this weekend, I'd like to get the grill fired up again. So funny thing about the grill, I got the grill last fall. I didn't use it till like March or April because it was winter and stuff. I wasn't really going out to the grill, and found out like it came with the dial. Which I didn't know the dial was actually part of it, but the dial's on the thermometer on the top part, but it wasn't going past 300. So I got a surface meter to put on the grill itself, which is better because it tells you the heat of the surface where you're at.
Right.
And I put a thing on their site where I got off of Amazon, and they were like, well, call this number because it should be under warranty and everything like that and everything. So long story short, I contacted them and they called back and said, yeah, it sounds like they had me run a test, which I had done, but they gave me a more specific on how to run the test because they said it might be something with the regulator where it has to reset. So I ran it, and I'm like, no, it's still not getting over to 300. It's not like you got a bad regulator, so we can send you the part, but you have to pay this for the shipping and handling. And I'm like, wait a second, I thought it was under warranty. And they're like, well,
yeah, right.
They're like, if we respond within 90 days of the warranty, then we would cover it and we would cover shipping and stuff. But we'll cover it. It's like it was only $15 for the shipping. But I'm like, no, I already got like this. I already got the surface thermometer for like $4 or whatever. I'll just keep using that. But I think it's kind of crappy how you're screwing people to try to do something because it wasn't there.
Right.
I said it was 90 days. If you look at when I
Yes.
bought it, it was like November. I'm not grilling like November, December, January. So it's kind of like, so that
That's
was
shady shit right there.
that is shady there. So I was like,
Wow.
companies will screw you as best they can at times. But I won't buy any more of your products, that's for sure. I'm all anytime you get Rod J deals.
Maximum $20 to send it out or
Yeah.
less.
No, $14.99. They wanted me to pay the ship. Like, why don't you just pay the shipping? It's your thing.
Right, right.
So.
Now they're costing themselves as a customer for life, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because the grill works fine. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to have that order, but if it's there, I expect it to work. And so I do the other grill and it's fine. With the other thermometer, I see that it's hot enough and stuff, but it's just like companies in America just you gotta be careful you deal with times.
No, but I would say I got a Camp Chef pellet grill,
Mhm.
like the I'm gonna say thermostat for the lack of better terminology. It's like a rod, like a heat rod that goes into it when bad. So I called them I emailed them and said, "Listen, this is what's going on. I just bought this grill. It was within probably 3 months or so." And told them what was going on. They're like, "Okay, we'll send one out to you." It's like, "All right, cool. What do I do with the other one?" So they're like, "Just throw it away. We don't want it back." So they sent one out. Didn't cost me nothing.
Yeah.
To replace the thing. So I just, sent like a full 5-10 page instructions on how to take everything apart and put it together, put it in. Took me 15 minutes to do. Good to go. It was golden. So yeah, for what you're saying is
yeah.
What are they doing? What $14 is worth a lifetime of customer, coming back to buy something else from you or whatever,
Right. And it wasn't like it's not even like it was the amount. It was more just the principle of it. Just a bad warranty thing. Like you guys don't even stand behind. And it was funny when I put it out there and other people said they had the same thing kind of happen. So, it is what it is. But I had another company that was like what I did through Amazon, kind of like your situation. Something didn't work. Oh no, I had to return. So I already got something else and I didn't need this one. And like, okay, we'll refund your money back. And they're like, what do you want me to do with this one? Oh, you're fine. Just keep it or throw it away or whatever. Like, we don't have to worry about you sending the part back or something. So, I mean, to me, that's good service there. So it's like,
you're right.
Which I was going to send it back to them, but they said don't even worry about it. But it's
exactly. Exactly. Which goes a long way because somebody's willing to take care of you, pay for everything, send you a new part, whatever. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Here he said A1 is good on chicken, bread, ham. Wait a minute. You're going to put it just on bread? Like you got two meats and bread, like a carb there. Like, why would you put it just on bread?
So, bread, A1, bread.
Like, are you having toast? You having toast? Are you making A1?
What are you doing?
A1 is your jelly for the toast? Is that what you're doing there?
I mean, it might be bad. I don't know.
Oh, she said it's good stuff. Ezra sent us up. So Ezra had sent them some of the brown sauce because he's over in the UK. Brown sauce and red sauce here. I feel like I went to a Chinese restaurant. Like, keep having the brown and the red.
I feel like it's like Vegas vacation. Here, here's some of the green stuff.
Yeah.
What is that? Brown stuff, red stuff. What does that mean?
Red for smoked back bacon and decent sausages. Jason grills all year long. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't usually grill as much in the winter. I mean, obviously I could. I just never really get out there and do it as much. Blackstone Grill and Grill on Saturday. Ordered in May. Wow. 3 months, huh, to get that.
Wow. Yeah.
But everything, a lot of stuff on back order. If you, I don't know, Jason, if you know Lep on Leprechaun TV, but he does a lot of stuff on the Blackstone. If not, you might want to check him out there too. I do put it on bread and cheese, and I put it on potato salad. What?
Oh, wait, Erie, what are you talking about right now?
I thought the raisins on potato salad was something to question, but we know question the A1 on potato salad.
A1 bread, cheese, and potato salad. We'll just throw that in there.
I mean, you're close to EB there with the mayo and the rice, so I want you to know that. So. A1 on potato salad. Can I get some A1 on this potato salad, please? Oh, man. I knew one lad that would eat ketchup sandwiches. Wow. I don't know. I think I could eat a ketchup sandwich. Now, I did know kids in school that would eat like mayo sandwiches where it'd be like mayo on bread.
Like
yeah.
Sandwiches. Just
yeah.
like Merrick Whip and 2 pieces of bread. And eat it.
Yeah. They call them wish sandwiches like they wish they had meat, they said. So. And I knew something.
What you knew about like the people that like bologna would to live.
Now I know in the South people eat tomato and mayo sandwiches from what I've read. Like I didn't know that, but yeah, I mean, never thought of it. Never had a ketchup or thought of a ketchup. I almost feel like a mustard sandwich would be maybe a little bit better than a ketchup sandwich, but I never thought about putting mustard just on bread by itself either. I mean,
I can't say no because I have had Miracle Whip just on bread alone. And maybe like a slice of cheese in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. So you say you watch Lep, that's why you got the Blackstone. Got you. Yeah, Lep's a man on the Blackstone. I like rice in my potato salad. What are you doing?
Erie, what is going on with you right now?
It's got potatoes. Why does it need rice?
Right.
Why do you need more carbs in the potato salad?
Carb overload.
But she's not a big fan of mayo. So what are you substituting the mayo out for in the carb salad as well? I mean, in the potato salad. I mean,
the brown sauce.
The brown sauce is taking the place of the mayo. Does EB eat your potato salad here?
That's personal.
Yeah. You lost all accountability about talking about him and the mayo and rice. You can't say anything else to that man.
Yeah, you kind of lose all credibility on that one.
Follow me for more recipes. Oh my goodness. Oh. Julia Childs, you are not right now.
Yes.
HP sauce and tater salad is as bad as raisins, right? Yeah. It's like, why do we have that going on there? Because it's not A1, Eric. Try it. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Yeah, I think I will regret it.
Yeah, probably so.
All these years we let you pass with the ketchup on the eggs, but now you're getting a little crazy. My younger brother loved butter sandwiches. Now, see, I can see a butter sandwich because butter on toast. Like you'd have butter on toast. So I can see you're not. It's like bologna. You're just not cooking the bologna. You're just gonna have it dry. So.
No, see, I always used to make like butter some bread and put some pepper on it.
I never put pepper on there.
It just sprinkle. Shane used to go, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You never had this? What are you talking about? Like buttered bread with like some pepper on it?" We still use it like with like a hamburger helper or something.
Ooh.
So like cheesy hamburger helper. Like you have some bread or something with it, right? Just something to like soak up some of the sauce, you know?
Yeah. See, I've
So
done
what are you doing? I'm
the
like,
butter on the bread. Yeah, I've done that. I never did the pepper though. I like pepper, so that's kind of interesting.
yeah, put some pepper on there. There you go.
They said eat tomato and mayo sandwich with some salt and pepper. See, but that's the thing. Like in the South, from what I read, that's kind of a common treat there as well. So you probably got that from somewhere along the lines too. As far as I know, you're in PA, but somehow you saw them do this. So I can see that being on there too with the tomato. I feel like the tomato gives it that different level because now you got like a basically a tomato is actually a fruit, not a vegetable.
Little acidity.
But you got that taking place in there.
Yeah.
Like if you did it with cucumber instead of tomato, I could respect that as well. I use mayo in it and mustard, but if that shit touches me, I'm gonna throw up. I keep using the stuff, but not much of it. Oh man, what's up, Flex?
What's up, Flex?
We're going through recipes at this moment and trying to figure out why Erie puts rice with potatoes in the potato salad. So trying to figure that one out. Y'all know FLX. Check out Violent. He actually has the beer reviews on his channel. Doing some good stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hang and meet those guys at the Beer Palooza that Matches did for Massive Beer Reviews. It happened to be the same day as my mom's birthday when I was in New Jersey, which was funny because I was actually in New Jersey at that time, but obviously was engaged in that, so I couldn't go up to the get-together. So it was like him and Massive, and Kyle was there from No Hype, Nerve Sense was there, a few other people.
Go.
Some pretty cool stuff they all did. A1 and HP is the same Erie. Is it though? Try Yorkshire salad. It's the same as any other salad, but drenched in malt vinegar. But see, the malt vinegar I can get because that's kind of like a dressing in itself, right? Actually, I made some roasted. I put a roast in a crock pot of pork roast or whatever. That I set it off the bone tonight for dinner with barbecue sauce, and I have malt liquor in there. Malt vinegar in there. No malt liquor, malt vinegar.
At the bottle.
To add a little bit of that in there for the barbecue sauce and stuff. But I can see that with the salad. I mean, because you like people have oil and vinegar salads here, you know. So HP tastes like Heinz 57, Erie said. Heinz and A1 taste nothing alike. She's holding her ground. A1 has a vinegar taste. Everyone does eat tomato or mayo sandwiches. I just do tomato and salt and pepper sandwiches. Oh, okay. So they eat it with the mayo, but you will eat a tomato and salt and pepper with no mayo. That's kind of dry there, though. Well, if you like A1 on bread, why not put A1 on it?
With A1. She's A1 all the way.
Yeah. She can do A1 on there since she's not doing mayo, since she's like A1 on bread. Give that a twirl. You need the mayo on both slices of the bread as a barrier so the bread doesn't get soggy. Well played. What is this? Try some rice lima beans and put some vinegar on it. I don't even know what rice lima beans. Is that rice and lima beans or is that some type of... I've never heard of rice and lima beans being put together.
Me either.
Yeah. Is this a South Carolina thing?
You're just making up some shit right now, I think.
She's trying to get somebody to choke here. Throw some A1 on it. Oh my God, you and the A1. Just add mustard to everything. Yeah, I did have some mustard in there with the pork earlier as well. It all came together nicely for like, and then it just shredded off and just had sandwiches with some fries with it for dinner. So it all kind of came off nicely. What, you don't eat rice and lima beans? That's where everyone... No, that's a Southern thing, I'm believing. We don't really
even know what that is.
We don't even really eat lima beans that much up in the North as far as... What was it? Was it corn and lima beans that used to be a vegetable or something? Lima beans were with something else on now.
I like lima beans, but I've never heard of like rice and lima beans. I've never heard of that.
I'm trying to think. I think corn lima beans was one of the dishes. I've had lima beans before, but I'm just saying, like, never heard of the rice and lima beans.
No, me either. Me either.
Vinegar on a sandwich sounds like soggy bread. It does, doesn't it?
Yes, yes.
Must be a Southern thing. Oh, I believe it may be. Doesn't mean it's wrong by any means. Just never had the rice, lima beans. Now, rice and beans. I've had rice and beans, like especially like down in Louisiana and stuff. So red beans and rice.
Popeyes, red beans and rice is
really good. My favorite sandwich would gross you out if you want to know it. Why not, Jason? We're all sharing. We're all in a circle of friends and trust and all that stuff.
Can't go there and not tell us what it is.
Okay. Lima beans, rice, and pork chops. I could eat all of that, and I got no problem with that. Or stewed tomatoes and rice. Not a huge stewed tomatoes person, though, but I know that
Shannon
dish.
like stewed tomatoes and like noodles.
Like ramen noodles or something? Noodles. Like ramen?
No, just like
egg noodles?
Yeah, like egg noodles or something and stewed tomatoes.
All right, Jason, you may have to go to your room on that one. I got to think you were hanging with Blake, and maybe you guys were doing something that you came up with an idea of tuna fish and peanut butter together. I've never thought about that. I can see like a pregnant woman that might try that, like because their things are all kind of crazy when they're pregnant. They try different dishes, but that is. I thought Elvis was crazy with the peanut butter and Nana at one point, but that is something totally different.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level right there.
Yeah, but I can't fault. I mean, it might be good. I just never heard of it or thought about it and thought of those going together.
That's what you do next week, Rod. You could try tuna fish.
I don't think that might be good for my stomach, but I like both. I like both. I just never put them together, so I can't say it wouldn't be either. Southern is huge on rice, almost a nightly thing. Yeah, but she won't eat the mayo on rice like EB does. Alan's brother does tuna and maple syrup. Yeah, I got.
Wait, what?
I don't know what Aaron's doing there. I got no idea what Aaron's doing there, but how does that even happen?
What is going on?
How do you get tuna and maple syrup together? Like one is more breakfast, the other one's lunch, was like a brunch, and somehow the maple syrup got into the tuna. I mean, they should be on different schedules. They should never meet whatsoever.
They'd be like, got tuna, got maple syrup. All right, let's throw it together and see what happens. What? Wait, how does that even happen? That doesn't make no sense.
See, the tuna fish and peanut butter from Jason, I can kind of see, because both of those can be lunch type things. So you could have something that might go together like that. But yeah.
Yeah, if you're stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, but tuna and maple syrup, it's not like ketchup and eggs where the ketchup happens to fall into the egg somehow because you got so much stuff on the plate. So Jason loves them now. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like beer, drink what you like. Tuna fish and peanut butter, each to their own. Yeah. Lima beans are for when you're broke ass. They are cheap. I love barbecue sandwich with French onion dip on it. Well, I don't know how the onion dip being on the sandwich. I mean, if you're having chips, I can see where it can kind of mix in the food touching, but I like onions in a barbecue sandwich, so maybe the onion dip's just a different level on it. Can you use the onion dip as a spread and then put the barbecue on top of that? Maybe that would be a way to go. True story, Aaron. Nope. Oh, other brother. Okay, I just know Aaron then. Okay, his other brother likes that. All right. However, Aaron's high enough. Aaron may try it if he was high enough, I'm sure. Hell, you get Blake to try it too if he's high enough. I was drunk one night and I've hit them ever since. So that was a drunk food that actually stuck, huh?
Oh, there you go.
Maybe that's how it works, because you're drinking and you're like, you get hungry, because they say technically there's nothing like a beer belly. It's really just a beer makes you hungry, so you eat other things. But
right,
you're drinking, you're drunk, you're looking around the house, you got nothing but tuna fish over here, peanut butter over there.
What the hell?
You have that little thought process that runs through the head, and you're like, let's give it a go. And you just put them together, Tuna and maple syrup, that's a crime against Canada. Oh, Yeah, you can add them to the collar and marshmallows. Yeah, good old Blake. The things that high people come up with. Those are collard
Do what
greens
you
and
gotta do.
marshmallows. Like, no, you can put marshmallows in the sweet potatoes. You don't put them into the collard greens. God. Is it crime in the US too? Because yuck. Bacon can rise you out of your pit just from the smell. Yeah, the smell of bacon. I do like. I had bacon today, as a matter of fact. I do love some bacon. We have a bacon, bourbon, and beer fest every year too, which is fun. Funny thing is, my dogs won't touch it. Well, no, dogs are smart.
I don't know about that.
The dogs are probably looking like, do we let this guy feed us still? Like, look what he's eating.
What is wrong with this situation?
He's probably standing over their bowl like, you think it's safe? I'm hoping it's safe. Do we go in? What's going on, Chester? Good to see you, my friend. 5 different German Oktoberfest at Oak Ridge earlier tonight. Bye-bye, Rock, Sam Adams, and England. Yeah, you got more of the breweries releasing them now. So which ones did you get them from, if you want to let us know here? I'm going to actually probably get some Oktoberfest beers in the next couple of weeks since they're starting to come off the shelves now. I saw Warsteiners was out over here as well. Bacon makes everything better, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Bacon does.
I agree with that.
I've even had bacon in beer before. Marshmallows equals hot white people cooking. Only Blake. But they will eat their own way, so well, dogs got, I say dogs got standards, but is that really a standard? No, not really.
Not much. No,
Yeah.
not much.
Of course, the dogs do know what went in, so they figure it came out, it must be the same. No additives. There's no additives if the dog does that. That Murray comedian. Oh, Al Murray comedian. Look up on YouTube. It might be. Oh, Al Murray is funny as hell. I watched some of his stuff that EB does on a reaction channel. So, Gavin, I don't know if you saw Eclectic Beer Reactions. Erie's, that's her husband that's here. But he does Al Murray stuff. He is hilarious. I do enjoy his stand-up when he does things. And I am caught up there. Good. Yeah. Actually, like Ricky Gervais. I haven't seen Ricky Gervais do some stuff out there, but he's one of my favorite like English comedians as well.
I just watched a series. God, what was the name of that one? Shannon put me onto it. I gotta look him up now. See what the hell the name of that series was. Ricky.
I tell you too. Speaking of UK, the season's over right now, but that first season of the Gangs of London, I enjoy that show. I will be watching that again for the next season.
It was called Afterlife.
Afterlife.
It was really good. It was really good. It's only been like 2 seasons so far. They're like 30-minute shows, but they're 6 episodes a season. So it's like 6 hours for the whole thing.
No. Jason says, I'm going to have to add bacon to my next peanut butter and tuna fish. Well,
that would make it better, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, bacon would definitely make it better, I think. But, it's funny. I just, some reason why it popped in my head, like someone just smoking a joint, just like, what would be good right now? A peanut butter, bacon, tuna fish sandwich. I can see the Cheech. Yeah, I can see the Cheech and Chong skit. Sean Locke passed away the other day. What? He ain't PC. Did Sean Locke did? Oh wow, dead at 58. Wow.
Damn.
Man, died of cancer.
Oh. Be right back.
Yeah. The guy at work says amazing show. Alan started and said it's really good. For what show, Erie? The Gangs of London or something else? Or Afterlife that Todd mentioned. Gangs of London is really good. It's got the guy on there. That's the lead was John on Peaky Blinders, which I love Peaky Blinders. I hope they have another season of that show. That's a great show. Bacon and peanut butter. Now, those sounded good together. I can see the bacon and the peanut butter. Chocolate pudding and bacon is the bomb. Bacon crumbles like you put into the chocolate pudding? That'd be interesting. Afterlife. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything on Afterlife. Passer. Oh, that's with Ricky as well. Okay. Wow, it's a 95% like the show, 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 75% Rotten Tomatoes. Ricky Gervais, Diane Morgan, Mandeep, Dylan. I think I've seen her some stuff. Ashley Benson, yeah.
Should watch that one.
That's a funny thing. Funny as The Office was here in the States, the original Ricky Gervais is freaking hilarious.
You know, Adam Sandler's on vacation right now, and he's doing like replays in the mornings of interviews. So he had Steve Carell on there, and they were talking about The Office. He said it was ready to get canceled after like the first season.
Yeah, I think people had to warm up to it maybe or something, but
yeah.
I think for people,
like, nobody really understood like the whole concept of the whole thing.
I think people that kind of work in that setting got a lot more than others, and then kind of warmed up to it. It's kind of like it's funny, like the one movie Office Space. Like some people get it, some people don't. But like if you work in a cubicle type setting, you get Office Space pretty easily. Yeah, but it's like people that don't get it, or like use like the managers like Lumberg or something. Like I don't get why people love this so like. I was like, and I tell managers, it's because you're Lumberg. That's why you don't get it. You know, you're the Lumberg.
You're right. Yes, yeah. But I totally get like The Office because I tried to watch like the first season of it before, and I couldn't get past like them always looking in the camera and stuff.
In the camera, yeah.
But then come and find out it was like, it's kind of filmed like a documentary. And I'm like, okay, well, this makes total sense now. But then when you watch it all the way through to the end, spoiler alert, they kind of tell you it's like a documentary. Is basically what it is. Yeah. So you're like, okay, this makes total sense. But you wouldn't know that from like the first several seasons just watching it. Like, I could never get past like them, like Steve Carell, like turning away and kind of like having his own little moments talking to the camera. Like, what is going on here? I didn't understand that part of it. Yeah. Yeah, they had that kind of that extra appeal. I mean, that's what I kind of like about. It's not a documentary like the Deadpool movie when he talks to the camera at times. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah. Do some peanut butter pancakes with the bacon inside. I wouldn't even know how to get that started, but I would definitely eat them. That sounds good, though. Yeah, that sounds good. It's on Netflix here. He said, I love those. Jason, I love that. Man, I guess Jason had the pancakes with the bacon inside. Comedy took a turn. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a matter who you watch. I mean, there's still some funny stuff out there. I mean, you look at like Dave Chappelle's man, they're still doing what they were doing before. You look at some of the other comedians that are putting stuff out. I mean, some of the attitudes may change towards some of the, jokes and stuff, but I think there's still funny stuff that's taking place out there. I mean, it's always been comedy's always something that evolves to what the common scenario. So good comedians always still find good stuff to say as times change. And that's why some of them are saying, that's why someone say there is no such thing as cancel culture. That's just people adapting as we become, smarter individuals, or we take other things into account, we take stuff out. So over the years, you had stuff that were being jokes about things that might have been funny back in the 20s that aren't as funny now. Yeah, it's just time set. I mean, a good comedian keeps up with all that stuff. So you still find the humor out there. If someone dies out, it's more like they couldn't adapt and make the changes to keep up with current type things. So I think the comedy still rolls.
I do the peanut butter pancakes and the bacon ones, but next time I'm going to have to mix these all together. Oh.
So, question here, if you're still there, do you put the peanut butter in the like pancake mix? What do you do there with the peanut butter pancakes? Or do you make pancakes and then put peanut butter on top of it?
Yeah. You do the peanut butter ones and you're doing the bacon ones. Yeah, put it all together. I don't miss the cubicles. I work for a call center, yeah. Call center's notorious for them. Warsteiner, Polliner, Spaten, Hackershore, and Bitburger Oktoberfest are officially in East Tennessee. Oh, very nice. So you got some good ones there. Yeah, I saw the Warsteiner was out. Polliner always does
those are
stuff.
good ones there.
Yeah, those are some good ones. Oktoberfest. Yeah, I told Todd earlier, Cincinnati, because since you're down in Tennessee, we're planning to still have Oktoberfest this year. We're probably the biggest in the world this year because Germany's its council until next year. Usually we're second behind them.
Next time I'm down to see Shannon's aunt and uncle, I'll have to hook up with Chester sometime since he's right there. I mean,
yeah. Offense is taken, mainly not given in comedy. The Office. I've watched every episode a million times. Yeah, it's funny because I think I watched like every episode of like some of these shows like The Office or Seinfeld, and occasionally something will pop up like I've never seen this one before. But The Office was kind of I dropped in and out watching that show. But the original Ricky Gervais was hilarious.
I finished the whole series of it probably like a month ago.
Yeah. Say grow up hair. Oh, pour the batter, let it cook a little, put bacon in, and add more batter to cover it, or just pour the batter. Is the bacon already cooked then when you put it in there? Because bacon takes a while to cook, though.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it had to be cooked, right? So yeah, I make the mix and then add peanut butter and batter. Then instead of butter, I add a little peanut butter on top. There you go, Todd.
I'll have to try that.
Pancake batter, then bacon a little bit more, then batter with melted peanut butter sauce. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, cook the bacon first. I mean, that was kind of a silly question I asked there, but yeah, you had to cook the bacon first there. But damn, that sounds like an inventive type breakfast to actually kick back and enjoy.
It does sound good.
Yeah.
I have to try that.
Peanut butter. My wife she's not a huge peanut butter type person. Although she likes peanuts, but she doesn't like peanut butter.
What?
Yeah, but I can't say the same. I used to hate tomatoes, but I like the ketchup. Go figure.
Well, I'm saying I don't like tomatoes, but I like everything. I like tomatoes cooked, but I don't like raw tomatoes. Ketchup, anything I'm good with. Salsa I'm good with.
Yeah, the palate is a tricky thing at times.
Yes, it is.
Hard to tackle away, well, just a little bacon. Just sprinkle the bacon in. Everything that's good has a risk attached to it, Gavin. Everything that's good has a risk attached.
It totally does.
Yeah.
It does.
I eat crazy shit, but I don't do raw bacon. That's a good move on your part for sure. You wouldn't do that. Which people will do raw beef, like, is it steak tartare? Isn't that like
Tartare,
raw?
yeah.
Like raw steak? But you can do it with beef, I guess. And it's like you can do it with fish, but yeah, you don't want to do it with chicken or.
We used to have one of our old neighbors at our old house. He always would grill burgers. He'd eat a piece of like the raw hamburger meat.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? I was like, that can't be good.
Well, steak tartare.
I'm like, okay.
It says it's a meat dish made from raw ground beef or, never heard this before, horse meat. Did not know they use horse meat in some of the steak tartares. Usually served with onions.
You do that in Kentucky, it gets in trouble.
Yeah. Usually served with onions, capers, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and other seasonings. Often presented to the diner separately to be added for taste. It is often served with the raw egg yolk on top of the dish. So there's an egg yolk that's raw on top of the raw meat with the onions and the capers and all kind of stuff around it if you want to add those type of things. So, yeah.
No thanks.
Hard pass. That's a hard pass. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of bacteria just waiting to grow inside of you once you eat it.
Bacon and peanut butter pancakes go great with a glass of Knob Creek 9. Oh, good to know. Great pairing.
Oh, there you go.
I don't even do sushi, he says. Boiled bacon is 2.5. Horse meat? Yeah, horse meat. Fat that is slimy. Yeah. No, I don't even do sunny side eggs. Yeah, this is just a raw egg on top of the raw meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'd be like, no, I'll wait for lunch or dinner or breakfast, whatever you're serving, I'll wait for the next meal. Thank you.
I'm not hungry no more.
Yeah. Oh, it's like food's a challenge a person's acceptability, I guess. Try this, something different. No, I'm good. I like where I'm at. No thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get wrapped up here. It's 11:51, so time flies when you're having fun. Great night back as well. So
always
back after 2 weeks. And then for those of you who like the updates on the community tab, I will have stuff rolling again tomorrow with that as well. Put up some more of the beer facts stuff. I know people like those little beer facts each day that I try to put up there during the week. And then get some other stuff set up on the channel. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get this all cleared out, get some rest, so I can go back to work tomorrow for the first time since last Monday. Wow.
Why don't you just take tomorrow off and just have the whole
Because
week?
coming back on a Monday is a bad thing because you get pounded like crazy on a Monday. Friday's a little bit slower in the financial services world, so hopefully it gives me time to go through stuff.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. But Erie's going
12,000 emails.
Yeah. But Erie's going back to work tomorrow again. And like I said, great that her and Alan were both negative on the COVID stuff. So she'll be back to work. Congrats to Alan for getting the house back tomorrow. Yeah. But that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Anything you want to add there, Todd, as well?
Nope. It's good to be back. Missed it.
There you go.
It was good on a Thursday night. Wind down, have a few drinks. Catch up and talk about whatever.
Kick back and just chill.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to go ahead and sign off, and we will look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Y'all have a great night, and